J-Rob. How is J-Rob? Wait. How is J-Rob? And we're under right now with all the L hosts right now. We went under the 8-minute mark. So
Damn.
L to y'all. You feel me?
Damn.
Why,
Hell,
why,
That's why I don't gamble.
J-Rob, why don't you pull up, bro? I'm talking about some listen, you lie today.
yeah, how is J-Rob commenting, but he's not even on stream? That's crazy.
Word, bro.
J-Rob, J-Rob did tell me this is him and his girl's not him and his girl's birthday. So he had to get away. So shout out to J-Rob, man.
WJ-Rob.
Yo, J-Rob, if it's your girl's birthday, 1, why in the chat? 2, why wasn't I invited to the party? You know I'm local.
Oh,
although, hold on. You better go home, J-Rob, because there's like, I know you guys don't know metric, but there's 15 to 20 centimeters of snow falling right now. Go home. That's like 4 or 5 inches or something.
That's crazy.
What the hell? No, metric centimeters is not that hard to understand.
All right, well, there you go. We're getting 15 to 20 centimeters.
Dub, what the fuck?
Dub shit is tripping, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, Dub.
Just look, gone. Houdini.
He's gone again?
Houdini.
Come on, Dub, bro. Come on,
but there's no doc to even follow.
Oh my god.
There's no doc to even follow. We're gonna have to let the chat just run it. Oh, he's back again?
I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not.
I want to be clear. I want to be clear. So, Mookie's in his all white funeral gear. And were you painting? Is that why you're wearing a painter's hat?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Nah, it's Lucra.
Lucra.
Yeah, it's Lucra's hat.
I'm going on with Lucra. Who's Lucra? What's Lucra?
Lucra, the sponsor of today's show, bro. Use code Players Choice to get a free extra $5. Whenever you do download the app, you get an extra free $10 as well. Since the NFL season has ended, we're gonna shift over to basketball wagers. So you can put in a wager we have for this Saturday: Jokic versus John Morant for points. We also have Joel Embiid for John Morant for points on the 23rd. Always keep that in mind. Always try your best to download the app and make some wagers with us, man. Other than that, bro, we'll get right into it. First topic of the day. It's the NFL offseason, so now we're gonna dive more into past time, current time, overrated, underrated players of all time, deep diving into the history and what they do. And I just want to know this first question right here. I want to name some of the most overrated running backs in NFL history.
Oh, man.
Most overrated running backs in NFL history.
Dang, I gotta think about that.
Yep.
Listen, you don't have to think about it.
I hope
he leads in all-time rushing yards.
That's one.
Besides Emmitt Smith, I think everybody leans on.
Everybody agrees with that one. Oh, okay.
It's like that's the easy one.
Hold on.
Did you hear that story? Did you hear that story from Emmitt? This just shows how crazy it is. Emmitt Smith was 91. I believe 91. They had just won the Super Bowl. I led the league in rushing or whatever the heck he did. And he's a free agent, restricted free agent. And he gets 0 offers. 0 offers from other teams. He's the best at the time running back in the league.
No way.
And he got 0 offers. This is him himself saying it. So it's true. It's not like
that's crazy.
A friend of a friend. Like Emmitt Smith is on an interview saying this. And he says he even got so bad that he called Don Shula himself and said, yo, I want to come back to Florida. I want to sign with Miami. Dan Marino and me will get him to a Super Bowl. I know that he needs help. I know that he needs a running game. I'm coming. Don Shula says, I don't know that there's an offer that I can give you that wouldn't upset everybody else on the team that Dallas wouldn't restrict. And Emmitt says, so just throw a bag. Throw me enough money that Jerry Jones just won't match it. And then I can come. He goes, I can't afford to do that. It would send the wrong message to the team. And he got 0. And that's why he ends up staying in Dallas. No one else gave him an offer. Restricted. He was a restricted free agent, so they knew, right, like Dallas would match it up to a point. But he went as far as to call Don Shula, and Don Shula's like, I can't do it, bro. Like, I'm out. I'm just saying, could you imagine if you were really regarded as the best running back in the league, someone saying, no, I'm not giving you?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Top dollar?
That is wild.
Mookie, you want to go first on overrated running backs?
If I don't got.
Are you gonna defend Emmitt Smith?
Yeah, I don't think Emmitt Smith is overrated. I mean, that's because I think when you look at the production, which Emmitt Smith has, I think every running back needs to be in that all-time great atmosphere. If you look at the talent, the way that he can burst off the line, running between tackles. You know what I'm saying? He was quick. He was explosive downhill. You just can't deny that from Emmitt Smith. Y'all like to penalize players for playing in a great situation. Yes, Emmitt Smith have an all-time great offensive line, but you know,
and quarterback and wide receivers.
Okay, that's cool. But can we penalize other running backs that had a great situation as well?
That's not why I penalize him, though.
Yeah, I don't.
Why y'all penalize?
I
penalize him because what overrated means is that people have you on their list higher than you should be.
Like I generally feel like if you have Barry Sanders, if you have Emmitt Smith number 1 all time, you're overrated him OD.
And I hear a lot of I hear
well,
a lot
I don't think he's number 1 all time. I just think
that's why I said overrated, because I hear a lot of people saying Emmitt Smith is number 1 because he has the most yards all time, and that to me is overrated because he's not anything.
Walter Payton, you overrated him. If you think he's better than Barry Sanders, you overrated.
Yeah.
If you think he's better than, I'm not gonna lie, Eric Dickerson.
So let me ask you something. Oh, let me ask you something. Bernie Sanders, like Sanders, ain't really had no great old line.
Nah, Barry Sanders has some offensive line, but I think when it comes between,
no, he didn't.
He had you look back at it, because I actually did, because I saw somebody stitch it. He had a few people. He had
Come on, bro.
For a couple years.
He had one. In his entire career, he had one Pro Bowl offensive lineman, one, and he did it once. So now, was it horrible as we make it seem sometimes? No.
But it
was not the standards.
When it comes to like Barry, I feel like Barry made his own line look way better than what Emmitt did, because Emmitt had like Larry Allen. He had, you look at them 90s Cowboys, like literally one of the greatest offensive lines of all time. Period. So I feel like Barry, in a sense, made his own line look better instead of like Emmitt, is that he just had the great online. He was just running behind it.
You don't.
I'm not trying to violate. I'm not trying to say like he's like not good. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he's great. He's an all-time great.
I just feel like his career is great. Got the yards, got the production, like number 1 all-time lead rusher. I purposely say he's overrated on the just of like, if you think he's top 1, I ain't gonna lie, to me, if you think he's top 3, like even to a sense for me, top 5, you overrated.
For me, it's top 5. I think he's just outside the top 5.
Yeah, I don't even think he's top 5. That's just me. I don't think he's top 5.
I mean, I think he got a great argument of being top 5 just off his abilities alone at running. That's the one thing you can't take away from Emmitt Smith. He's quick. He's explosive. He's a great running back between the tackles. And just his production, like what we say, his production speaks for itself.
Whoa.
Right? I mean, come on, bro. Like for a guy to have I'm gonna say 8 seasons where he rushed over 1,000 yards. I mean, that right there is just insane. It's insane, bro. It's insane. If you look at from his peak as a running back, bro, his peak, man, the man was nearly rushing for over 1,700 yards. 1,700 yards, damn near I would say double-digit touchdowns. I mean, that's very, very over 20-something touchdowns as well. I mean, you can't deny what he did. You can't deny Emmitt Smith greatness at a running back. Listen, if we hold on. Fluent. All y'all got Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback of all time, right? I got him as a great quarterback. Okay. But do y'all penalize Brady for being in a great situation as well, like y'all do Emmitt Smith?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I haven't.
But again, that's not the reason I call him overrated.
Talk about greatest though, like, bro. You know why he's the greatest? Because how many rings does he got, Mookie?
Who? I mean, he has 7 rings, but that's why I sat there and said that he's been in the best. I mean, that's why I sat there and said he's been in the best situation of any quarterback. So if we're going to diminish somebody for being in a great situation, then we must discredit the greatest quarterback to everybody known, right? And Tom Brady for being in the best situation of any quarterback in NFL history.
So let me answer that question, because I do have I have an answer for that. I absolutely penalize Brady for having top 10 defense.
Is he your GOAT?
He's my GOAT, but I still penalize him for it, meaning this. There's going to be someone else that's going to come along, he's playing right now, who may not get as many 10 Super Bowl appearances, 7 wins. They might have a few less. And if they match him in other regards, because I see the skill, the talent, the other things, you won't need to have 8 Super Bowls to surpass him.
Yeah, but that's why I'm like, I can penalize
far above and beyond everybody, that even when I penalize him, he's still number 1. But all that means is he's closer to the pack than most people think.
Who is that guy? And who is that guy that Cody Clifton with less Super Bowls.
I believe. Where is Bama? I think he calls him Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good, baby, the baby
All right, what
girl.
I'm saying is this.
Mookie,
Hold on. Even if you want to penalize Emmitt Smith for playing with all-time great running backs, all-time great O-line, all-time great quarterback, and all-time great receiver, right? And being in the best situation, you still can't deny that he has top 5 running back production, and he also have top 5 running back skill and talent, right?
Whoa,
so,
no, he doesn't. Top 5 skill. No, he don't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
Emmitt Smith?
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he does. Skill as a running back, like we're talking about ability to play a game. So I will go down. I will go down. I'll go down names. So you saying is he more of a skill back than Eric Dickerson?
Eric Dickerson is crazy.
That's close. I don't know. Nah.
No, he's not. No.
Is he more skilled than Walter Payton?
No.
Is he more skilled than Adrian Peterson?
No.
Well, I think Adrian Peterson was a more physical back. He was great at breaking tackles, going downhill. I mean, I think he was fair. Yeah.
What you just said for Emmitt Smith. I said what you just said for Emmitt Smith, like breaking tackles and running downfield as a runner. Because we're talking about this ability to play the position running back. Because I'll go another name. Is he more skilled than Marshall Faulk?
No.
Is he more skilled than LaShawn McCoy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
If you talking about LaShawn McCoy's ability to catch out the backfield,
skill.
Skill. Okay, I think you can make an argument that he is. You can make an argument that he's a top. You can make an argument Emmitt Smith is a top 5 running back.
Emmitt Smith had a different skill set, but he is more skilled than LaShawn McCoy. It's a very different skill set. But someone actually brought up in the chat Marshall Faulk. Is he more skilled than Marshall Faulk?
Hell no. Is he more? Did I say LT?
No, you did not.
Well, actually,
why would you bring a different player?
Yeah, but it's a thing too. But it's the thing though. You can have more skill and you can have more talent, but that cannot equal to the amount of production that you can equate to what Emmitt Smith equal to. So there's guys that you can make 5 guys that are more talented and more skilled than Emmitt Smith, but they just don't have his production, bro. And production and his overall sustained greatness. Those are things that we're going to remember.
You said he was a top 5 skilled back though.
But yeah, that's what.
I think he is. I think you can make an argument that he is.
But this is just for me because
you just said no to like more than 5 names though.
Yeah,
that's
no. But I'm just saying, like, okay, he named some of the names that I said that you can make a real argument with. I think he's more skilled than LaShawn McCoy. I think he's more skilled than what's the other name that you named? Charles. Yeah, he's more skilled than Jamar Charles. See, come on, now y'all overdoing it right now. Come on.
Why do you think? Hold on, why do you think I'm overdoing Jamar Charles? I just want to ask you.
Because I don't think Jamar Charles possessed what Emmitt Smith possessed at running the football, and I'm talking about.
What do you mean by that?
Talking about running between the tackles. I'm talking about. I think Emmitt Smith is more physical than Jamar Charles. I think Emmitt Smith, he was more physical than Jamar Charles. I think he was better running between the tackle. I think he was more elusive than Jamar Charles. Yes, he was. Yeah, he was more elusive. Yes, elusive. Yes,
crazy.
And I just think that when I'm looking at Emmitt Smith, right? This man got the skill. He has the talent as a top 10 running back, but he also have top 2, top 3 production. And I can't sit there and say that this man is overrated. Okay, because if y'all want to do that, then motherfucking Brady. If y'all want to do that, Tom Brady is not no top 5 talented quarterback all time. He's not. You can name 5 players that's more talented than Tom Brady.
Yeah, you can.
What Tom Brady does.
There are many players more talented at the quarterback position. Yes,
but the reason why people have Tom Brady as the GOAT because he has the Super Bowl rings. He has a sustained greatness
in his play
and his overall.
Because
but use that for Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, but
Emmitt Smith has a sustained greatness. He has the talent.
Nah, he Kareem, Dub. But I was gonna say
he has.
I was gonna say
that he acts as a QB.
Okay.
As a
But I'm
QB,
saying,
Emmitt Smith is very comparable to
but I'm saying though, Tom
is the
Brady
Drew
because of
Brees of
who he
running
And he
is.
has the rings.
Even though, but like as a player, like you can't name 5 quarterbacks better than Brady. Like as like better, not
Yeah,
great. But the thing is with Emmitt Smith, you can name 5 running backs that are better than him as a running back. That's my issue with it.
No, you can't.
When
You can't. So
Because when you talking about better, like is we talking about the ability to play the running back, or are we talking about the ability to produce? Or
both.
what
the
all
top
both.
5
It's
guys.
Okay, so I don't understand why you can name 5.
Here's the thing: the top 5 guys have the production with it. So I'm looking at it as a player, and no questions asked. I'm taking.
So
5.
let me ask you something. Name me at least 4 or 5 guys that has Emmitt Smith production.
Like we are you talking about like peak, or are you just talking about all time numbers? Because
I'm talking about peak. I'm talking about sustained greatness.
Peak, Barry, AP, LT, Marshall Faulk, Walter Payne, Eric Dixon. Those are easily.
And what was Barry Sanders' best year?
Huh?
What was Barry Sanders' best year?
O.J. Simpson.
Emmitt Smith has never had a year like Barry Sanders. And Barry Sanders, his whole career, I think his worst year he ran for 1,100 yards rushing. He never had.
I'm talking about what was his peak production like?
His peak production, he ran for 2K.
Okay, I'll give you Barry. All right, and who else you said?
Adrian Peterson, another dude, ran for 2K.
Okay.
But Dalen Thompson, we know he had like 1,900 yards, 28 TDs. Insane. Eric Dickerson in the 80s ran for 2K. Walter Payne, we know what he did. No, the first year he ran for like 19. He ran for 18 or 1,900, and then the next year he ran for 2K.
Okay.
Before
that's 3 names. That's 4 names.
Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, but Adrian Peterson does not have Emmitt Smith's sustained greatness. He does not have.
You just said peak.
He's talking about peak.
Okay, peak. Okay, you can name somebody that got the peak. Okay, you name like 4 guys that got Emmitt Smith's peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
But do they have Emmitt Smith's sustained greatness? Do they have Emmitt Smith consistency? Because if we're looking at from 1991, 1991 from 2001. I mean, nobody's not able to produce what he has.
So
what Emmitt Smith is able to produce.
Before we move on,
So if we just banking on rushing yards, and are we going to equate to rushing touchdowns as well? Because Emmitt Smith back-to-back years in 94, 95, he was giving you over 20-something touchdowns.
So
that's right there, just insane.
I got a question for you, Mookie, because the way you're talking about Emmitt Smith, you make it seem like he's the best running back ever.
No.
Because nobody.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you cannot deny the guy. That you can't. Hold on, Trent. When I'm saying Trent, I'm just saying that this is that you cannot deny the guy as an argument of being a top 5 running back when he has the skill, he has the talent, and he has the sustained greatness, and he has the production. You cannot deny that from being the top 5 running back. Now you can name guys that run the football better than him, but running the football better than somebody is not equal to what somebody can produce.
Here's the thing, though, Mookie. Like I'm gonna bring it to the basketball side, but like there's players that you hate on, like LeBron, who has top 5 in stats, sustained greatness, played for a long over time, has the production, and you still say he's not top 5.
Yeah, but does he has? I don't know why. I mean, we talking about football, but
I'm just saying, it's the same thing, Mookie.
Yeah, but does he has a winning record in the finals?
No. We're gonna get into some super chats. No. We're getting into some super chats. Sports PSP, Fluent. Don't put Herbert top 5. We are doing a ranking at the end of the episode, so stay in mind for that for the quarterback.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this last thing about this Emmitt Smith stuff. Like,
go ahead.
If you can't be a hypocrite and discredit somebody, right? For playing in a great situation, but then there's other guys on other positions who play in great situations as well, and y'all got them number 1, got them top 2, and got them top 5.
Got
them top 5. Come on, let's not do this, bro.
The question was overrated. So, do you have Emmitt Smith?
He's not. You can't be overrated.
You have him 1.
Do
you have him 1 all time?
The way you've been talking, because
hold on, wait. Do you have him 1 all time?
Where I got him all time?
Do you have him 1? No. Do you have him 1 all time?
No.
Okay, so then for those people that have him 1, you have to admit then he's overrated. And then when you start to bring up a quarterback, I already told you I do knock him for being in a good situation. But 2,
how you knock him off and he's still number 1 in your book?
That's a different position. Since you rate different players from different sports using different criteria, you're going to rate players at different positions with different criteria. A quarterback, you can't compare to a running back. They play completely different. It might as well be a different sport.
No, but I'm just saying is that the sport is football, right? And you cannot deny the production. You cannot deny the longevity.
He's an all-time
Absolutely.
running
He's
back.
the all-time great running back. Right. Okay.
All-time great.
Okay.
No one's saying he's not an all-time great.
Okay. So what I'm saying is that when you think about it, right? Emmitt Smith has every criteria to be in a top 5 running back. Fluent ain't got him top 5. You sat there and said, Fluent, that you think people that put him in the top 5
are overrated.
Are over him. I just disagree.
Where do you have him?
Where do you have him in?
I got him top 3.
That's overrated.
Top 3? Okay, wait. What's your top 5?
I'm gonna go with Walter Payton. Dang, man. Dang. This is hard.
That's the easy one. Yeah, who's next?
This is hard, bro.
Yo, but here's the thing. Mookie.
Let him finish. No, let him finish.
Go ahead, bro.
Anyway, because the thing is, we named 5 running backs ability as a player who was better, which you agreed on. But the only thing you're really leaning on is that he's all time in production, which me in a sense, because all the top 5 guys, no matter
so production don't matter.
No, let me finish. All the guys that are in the top 5 have the production, but I think what separates them for the top 5 guys versus Emmitt Smith, they're all better players than him. So that's why we put him over him. If Emmitt Smith were better players than these guys that we're talking about, yeah, he would be easily top 3. But that's why people say he's overrated, because he's not. Like, you can't, like, he's not better.
Do you got Jim Brown? You got Jim Brown over him?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. But like I don't have Jim Brown inside the top 5. But like, I
got Emmitt at 5.
If I did, yeah, I'm putting him over him.
Like, if you have Emmitt Smith 4, 5, 6, 7, I'm not gonna say you're overrating him. The reason he was the first name that popped into my head is everyone's saying he's 1 because he has the most yards, and that's overrating him. If you say he's 1, you're overrating him. 4, 5, 6, it doesn't matter where. You can justify 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is why I say
not 1.
I different best and greatest, because greatest, bro, he had you can say he has the greatest running back of all time.
That's what that's what I'm talking about. Greatest, like if you're the greatest, like it's a difference between best and greatest. Like I think I look at that best and sit there and say, oh yeah, you can't put Jim Brown, you can't put Emmitt Smith as the best running back. But I'm looking at my criteria is different. I rank things accordingly. I separate between best and greatest. People gonna remember your greatness. You cannot deny that Emmitt Smith just not greater than all the other running backs that we have in NFL history.
Again,
right? So
like, I kind of leans towards the best because you just have to look at it. Yeah, you can easily a 5-year-old can just look at Emmitt Smith's stats and just look at him, look at his production, and then look at his all-time career. He's number 1 lead rusher and just make an easily case. Oh, he's easily the best or top 3. No, I feel like you have to analyze it, watch players, look at that. They both have production. What does this player do better than him? And just analyze it, bro. What's their strengths, weaknesses, type shit. And
I think when I watch Emmitt
who had
Smith,
a better peak, because I'm not gonna hold you like on some real shit. Like he's like, if we do like peak argument, Emmitt Smith's not. I don't even know if he's top 10. I'm keeping
top 10. He top 10.
I'm keeping it in a stack. Like all jokes aside, I think you can name 10.
Because it's the thing. He has. But here's the thing. This man Emmitt Smith peak is from 1991 to 99. So I don't think tell me somebody who has a longer peak than him all time. Not even from 19. I would say 1991 to I would say 2000. So tell me who has a better peak than Emmitt Smith for that long. You said because people can have 3-4 year peaks where it looks very, very impressive. They look really, really good. But who had a peak that long?
99. Well, first
91 to 2000.
Well, first off, Barry, a 9-year peak is crazy. First off, no running back has a 9-year peak. He had a 9-year prime, but he didn't have a peak. His peak was early 90s. And first off, peak, again, I just named you it. Barry is way better peak. AP better in peak. LT way better. Marshall Faulk way better. Walter Payton way better. Eric Dickerson way better. Like, you're not about to tell me why what's the name is better than Eric Dickerson. That's crazy.
I got some more super chats to go into, but I love the talks y'all been having, bro. DJ's World with a super chat. What's more nasty, Emmitt Smith over Barry or Moss over Rice?
Oh, Emmitt over Barry, no question.
Emmitt over Barry is more nasty.
No question. Emmitt over Barry, yeah.
No questions asked.
He said Emmitt over Barry.
That's definitely more nasty.
Yeah, that's more nasty.
I think that's
Barry better than Emmitt, but you just can't deny Emmitt.
And to go back, I think to say peak, I think his 91 to 95 is probably his peak.
Yeah, no running back ever.
He rushes for 15, 17, 14, 14, and 17.
Yeah, and then all right, what about the touchdown?
12, 1,000. Then look, not that 1,000 yards is bad, but then he's consistently at 1,000 yards. He doesn't have that. There's a drop. There's a significant drop off.
Yeah, like
all right. Then we look at 1991, 12 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns, 21 touchdowns, 25 touchdowns.
Yes,
that 94. That 94. Like I don't like. Yeah, you can say Adrian Peterson had 2,000 yards and these guys had 2,000 yards, but not too many running backs is topping 1,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, bro. Like that right there is insane. And if you look at the average yards per attempt, it's almost nearly 5. It's almost nearly 5.
But here's the thing, though, Mookie. I'm saying, first of all, Adrian Peterson has done that. And second, Adrian Peterson's in a category of what 8 people who's ran for 2,000 yards. I mean,
that's very impressive. But what about the touchdowns? Because you can run with all these goddamn yards.
If I want to go, so his rookie year when he only started 9 games, he only started 9 games. He ran for 1,312 TDs. The next year, fully starts 1,710 TDs. The next year after that, 1,318 TDs. Like, we can keep going with the TDs with all these dudes that we talking about in the top 5, bro. Like, all these dudes in the top 5 had the same thing with Emmitt Smith, is that Emmitt Smith just played longer. But he's not. Hold on.
Don't Emmitt Smith got the most touchdowns in a single season?
No, that's LaDainian Thompson, and then Priest Holmes before that.
That was who?
It's LaDainian Thompson, and then Priest Holmes before that.
Actually, Sean Alexander.
Yeah, Sean Alexander too.
How much Alexander?
Yeah, like 27, 28.
Damn, that's crazy. Like that's crazy. But I'm talking about back-to-back years over 20 touchdowns.
Priest Holmes did that. I think he went for like 25.
I mean, because it's very few people that could give you back-to-back 20 touchdown seasons, bro.
Yeah, but I'm saying, look, Priest Holmes,
crazy.
Yeah, Priest Holmes went 21.
Now you're just talking rushing, though, right?
Rushing touchdowns.
Because you're not including. There's another part of running back, which is as a receiving back, because you have guys who have.
I'm talking about rushing back.
Only 11 guys have ever rushed for more than 20 TDs, so that's not. Yeah, there's not a lot of back. I think Emmitt Smith is the only back-to-back one because I think he's the only one who did it more than once.
Priest Holmes.
Okay, that's why.
Priest Holmes did it twice.
Can't say that guy.
Yeah, he did.
Did he? Yeah, you're right. 27 and 21. You're right. So him and Priest Holmes.
All right, hold on. As I'm looking at this right, hold on. Emmitt Smith, ladies and gentlemen, from 94 had 21 rushing touchdowns, bro. 21 rushing touchdowns. And he had 15 receiving touchdowns?
Oh man.
Man, what are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Bro, 21 touchdowns, 15 receiving touchdowns.
Wait, 15 receiving? Mookie. Nigga, what? Nigga, he never had. What? You just lied.
No. I'm looking at it right now.
TDs, bro. I see 0, 1, 1, 1, 3, 0.
Oh, my bad. Hold on, my bad. I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm looking at first down. I'm looking at first down receiver. My bad. I'm looking at it wrong. I'm about to say. Hold on. I'm about to say, if that nigga had 14 receiving touchdowns and 25 touchdowns,
he'd be looked at totally different.
Oh my goodness, bro.
The back-to-back years where he had 21 and 25 rushing touchdowns, he had 1 receiving touchdown combined.
Yeah, he crazy.
Yeah. I'm about to say, I knew I didn't look at him.
I didn't even think he had 15 receptions.
I'm about to be like, nobody talked about that season. You had 20-something TDs with 15 receiving touchdowns.
He had 50 receptions that year. That's actually impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hilarious, but we'll get into the next one. Sean T with a super chat. Mahomes is already top 3 quarterback of all time.
Nah. He top 5 though.
He's
not even top 5.
Mahomes is top 3 quarterback of all time.
No,
top
he's not.
3? No.
Who's he? Who's better than
He's
him?
not top 3 yet.
Who's not?
He's not even top 5 yet.
Who's better than him?
No, he's top 5, but he's not top 3.
No, he's not top 5.
You said Brett Favre. You should be banned.
No, I didn't. I didn't. Brett Favre not my top 5.
Well, I know that you're a winning guy. I know that you're a postseason performer guy.
100%. I'm also an efficiency guy. Winning in less time is a huge thing for me in any sport. Mookie, I don't change in any sport.
Do you have Manning over Mahomes?
I have Manning over Mahomes by a hair.
So shouldn't the winning and the postseason
the winning is what gets him that close. The longevity and the total statistics is what's barely keeping Manning just ahead of him. Just
When-
ahead.
when-
Do you
when
really
he-
count?
I mean,
Do you really
just ahead
count?
of him.
Do you really count that second Super Bowl to?
Yo, I got a
Yes,
question.
it counts.
Yes, 100% I do. 100%
Yo,
I
I
do.
got a
Oh,
question
that
for
is
you.
so nasty.
Hold on, because
Yo,
if you count that, we got to take away.
He was
We
mid.
got to
though.
take away a couple of Tom Brady.
I don't
No,
take it.
no,
I don't take it. No, I don't take away. I don't
Super
take
Bowl.
away. I don't take it.
You can't take
The
it
only one
away,
I
but he
take
was
away,
mid,
the
though.
only one person I take Super Bowl wins away from is Steve Young, because they say he has 3, but he was only the starting quarterback for 1.
Oh,
So I don't, although statistically he has 3 Super Bowls and he's one of only 5 guys to have multiple Super Bowls and I believe multiple MVPs. He was on the bench for 2 of them.
I'm
So
sorry, but when you literally it's a difference where other guys are performing high, and then you're just trash. Like you're trash, and you get carried. Peyton Manning was trash the year that he won the Super Bowl.
He was.
He got
Yeah.
carried to that Super Bowl.
He was a
I do
game
not
manager.
include that. I do not. No, he wasn't a game manager. He was trash.
no, he was.
I mean,
he was.
He was
they
his
didn't-
arm was shot. I mean, he didn't have an arm no more, bro.
he was just washed up because all the injuries he had. Bro.
Exactly, 100%. That's
Jesus.
why when I sit here, when he won that Super Bowl in my head, I'm like, I'm not counting this towards his legacy. Like, this dude was trash. Brock Osweiler could have won with him.
I
I'm
got-
serious.
yo.
Brock Osweiler could have won.
Nah.
What?
Yo, Dub, I got a
think
question for you.
Brian-
I got a question.
Nah.
You know what the thing is,
Dub.
though, Dub? You know what the thing is, though, Dub? The reason why Brock Osweiler couldn't do it is because he stunk. But also, the thing about Manning, yes, he didn't play well, but he was still a threat. He still carried that cachet where people had to respect his arm, even though we all knew it was hanging by a
And he was
thread.
smart. And he
They
was
were
smart.
scared because he still had the brain and he could still make those short passes. He would still make the right play, even though there might not be the same zip on the ball. You still had to respect him. You couldn't just ignore the pass.
That's the
Yeah,
only
yeah, you can't.
Wrong, even though they're probably wrong, they probably could have. They still had to. So he still, the mind was still there. So I
Oh,
get,
yeah.
Osweiler did not have Peyton Manning's
Osweiler
intelligence.
couldn't have done
So-
that.
He didn't have Peyton Manning's intelligence to the game. Bro.
I see what you're
This is what I
saying,
said.
but yeah,
Yeah,
it
bro.
couldn't have been.
This is what I say, right? I do think that the only reason why he was able to at least be where he was is because of how long he played the game for his mindset. But even then, like, teams weren't respecting him like that. Like, they just weren't. They did not fear him. They didn't, like, they were winning those games because the defense was just locking everybody up. And Peyton Manning was just doing his job. Honestly, he was bad. He was so bad, bro. I'm sorry.
But Dub, that's why I sat there and said you can't discredit, because if we're gonna do that, let's discredit Tom Brady's Super Bowl rings when the first couple of years as a game manager.
I got a
As a
question.
game
not-
manager.
That's
I don't
not
want to.
true.
I don't
That's
want to
not
bring
true,
this.
though.
I'm not trying to have a long conversation, but like, because we didn't have this conversation about John Elway before, and you just said that he.
No, I'm not doing this again.
No, I'm just asking because I'm just kind of confused because you just said that he was.
Oh, I know what Trent about to do with this.
I'm just asking the question though because you just said that Peyton Manning got carried because his defense was locking the fuck up. Can you not say the same thing for John Elway? When
Like I said, like I said, there's a difference between
he just
Peyton
wasn't
Manning.
fucking up.
No, there's a difference between John Elway and Peyton Manning because John Elway throughout the regular season, and this is a fact of fiction, he was clearly a better player than Peyton.
Oh yeah,
Manning.
for sure. But
Okay.
yeah,
So
but
wait.
What
me
matters
finish,
most, the playoffs or regular season?
Let me finish, Trent. So, like I said before, I never discounted that first Super Bowl that you keep harping on about Terrell Davis and the defense. But in that second Super Bowl run that they went on, he did not.
Elway wasn't doing shit.
He did not get
I
carried.
watched
Though.
every single game.
He did not get carried.
But the thing is, though,
What happened in the Super Bowl? What happened in the Super Bowl? What happened in the Super Bowl?
He played cool. They won.
Okay.
But I'm saying this. What I'm saying. The first Super Bowl, we know he got carried, but the second one, he ain't really do shit either. He just he played all right in the what's the name in the last game.
Yeah.
He didn't do shit.
Okay.
He didn't do shit at all.
Trent, you do realize that there was only 3 games against the Miami Dolphins. They blew them out.
Yeah,
So there's not really an opportunity.
Did you see what Terrell Davis did and their defense did? Did you see what they did?
Yeah,
But
come
Trent,
on, dog.
nobody
You
do
did
shit.
Come on, dog.
Trent, nobody's disputing that. But when you're blowing a team out, I'm not expecting my quarterback to sit here and put on a great performance when they're blowing them out. The Jets game, sure, you could say that defense and Terrell Davis did their job. But the Atlanta Falcons game, he proved and validated that, you know what, he was not getting carried by them because he had a good performance against the Atlanta Falcons.
So one game is the outlier.
That's a fact of fiction.
Do you knock him?
Carried. So
do you knock him for getting to the Super Bowl and losing?
I'm
asking Dub. Do you knock John Elway for getting to the Super Bowl and losing?
No, he don't.
You don't.
Knock him? No, not really.
Okay.
Which makes no sense. But
How does that make any sense?
Because we kill quarterbacks for playing like shit in the Super Bowls, and the Super Bowls that John Elway played when he was back in the 80s play like dog shit.
Like I said, when you're comparing John Elway to a lot of these other quarterbacks in NFL history, a lot of these quarterbacks don't have a lot of postseason performances that are that great. So yes,
it's still ass though.
100%. But who am I gonna dock his Super Bowl performances against to put the other guy over?
What you mean?
Which quarterbacks am I going to dock his Super Bowl performances to put other guys over?
Oh, he said Peyton Manning was garbage, and then
but you said
that's why Mahomes should be over him.
And you not. I'm saying
Mahomes is not over
Peyton John Elway Drew Brees shit, because we had the John Elway Drew Brees. So I'm not gonna go back to it because you do it for Brees. Like you talking about because you said the separator was more Super Bowl appearances and that he was a dual threat quarterback. And I ain't know John Elway was Cam Newton first off, and then second, more Super Bowl appearances. I'm not trying to really hear that shit because for me, the last Super Bowls that he won, he got carried. He didn't play. He didn't do shit. And then the last two Super Bowls.
Now you're just lying. Now you're just
he didn't do shit, Dub.
You're lying. You're lying about.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Dub. If I told you there was a quarterback in the Super Bowl who went 10 of 26 for 108 yards,
that's the guy that cooked you.
Zero touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
He wasn't out. He didn't.
How'd he play?
Talking about John Elway in that first Super Bowl, right?
No, that's John Elway in his third Super Bowl.
Show the second Super Bowl. Show the second.
Hold on. What's the yards? Fluent?
Wait. You talking about the one that he won, right?
No, that's the one he lost. Oh, he lost.
He lost. He played bad. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jay Newton knows football.
Peyton Manning's better than John Elway, though.
All right, here I'll give you the first one. Hold on, I'll give you the first one. He won 12 of 22, 123 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception.
And I admitted to
that's mid.
If you want to, wait. And I admitted,
that's not good, bro.
And I admitted to that if you want to say that he got carried in that first run, I would never argue.
Oh, you said he did. Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
Okay. I keep harping on the second one because Trent keeps running. I say
because I watched the game back, he didn't do shit.
Okay, Trent.
He just passed a lot. He just passed for a lot of yards. He didn't do shit though.
What you mean, Trent?
You can pass for a lot of yards and still not be that good. Like he threw, I think he threw like a TD and an interception. He wasn't really doing nothing.
He did throw a TD interception. Okay.
He did, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't really doing nothing for it. Like the defense was doing really good, and then Terrell Davis, their run game was bugging. Every single game that Terrell Davis played in both Super Bowl runs, he never had a game.
They killed Terrell Davis.
No,
he never had a game.
Just
think about this, though. But just think about this. In both playoff runs that they had, Terrell Davis never had a game for under 100 rushing yards. Every game that he had was over 100 rushing yards. Now, can you imagine? Because Dub done knocked Eli Manning in 2007 for having a good run game and a good defense. It's the same shit with John Elway. It's that and John Elway's just way better.
Hold up, Trent. Because I don't hold John Elway. I don't hold John Elway to this crazy standard. And then
he's better than Drew Brees, bro.
Yeah, he's better than Drew Brees. That's
which is blasphemy.
No, he's not.
You keep harping on this. Oh my God. He didn't do so much in the second Super Bowl. That's just not true. Like I said, I actually given you when Eli Manning was doing his thing in the 2011 run against the Patriots, when he was actually airing the ball out, especially with the good running. Yes, 2011. I say, wait, time out, Trent. I say that when he was doing that, 300 yards and everything like that, that he played well. He did not get carried in. There's no way that you're gonna wait, Trent. There's no way that you're gonna sit here and tell me that Terrell Davis only had 100 yards, right? 100 yards. Not like no. He had 100. He had 25 yards. So that's 5 yards. 5 yards per carry for.
Is that not OD?
That's 4 yards per carry. That's 4 yards per carry, right? But now you're discounting because it wasn't just Terrell Davis.
It was Terrell Davis.
No, it was Terrell Davis and John Elway doing his part as well. John Elway was doing a phenomenal job in that game as well.
Phenomenal? I watched the game back, bro. He was not doing phenomenal. I watched the game back. And
he wasn't getting carried. He wasn't getting carried. He wasn't getting carried. He wasn't getting carried.
I watched the game back. He didn't do shit. He wasn't doing like that.
He wasn't getting carried. The same way he was not getting carried.
I thought I heard you earlier today say when you're a host, you're not going to get into it. Is that change on the show? Oh, okay.
No, it does. It really doesn't, especially when it's us guys up here. But no, John Elway. Watch the game. Fluent, you're the guy. 1998. Did John Elway get carried in the second Super Bowl against the Atlanta Falcons?
I think the entire Denver Bronco team got carried by Terrell Davis in that run. Everybody got carried by Terrell Davis. Everybody else was along for the ride. Listen, they all played their roles, and I think John Elway, just as much as anybody else, was a role player for Terrell Davis. Like I said, I feel bad what they did to Terrell Davis. They killed him. They killed him.
Hey, Dub. You know John Elway had 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in his first 5 Super Bowl appearances. He won his. Come on, bro. Terrell Davis, I'm looking at this shit right now, was averaging 120 rushing yards per game
Terrell Davis
from 1997 to 1998.
Overrated? Terrell Davis is the most underrated running back ever.
Oh my goodness, bro. Doug, what the hell, bro?
I'm not gonna hold you. There's no way y'all gonna sit here and tell me that John Elway was getting carried in '98. There's no way.
Terrell Davis had more rushing yards than John. Dub, do you know Terrell Davis had more rushing yards than John Elway had passing yards?
Nah, that's crazy. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
What the fuck?
In
the Super Bowl.
That's insane.
No, it wasn't in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yes, it was. It was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in the Super Bowl.
It was in '97. It wasn't in '98.
No, in 98. No, in the second year, I think he threw for 338 yards.
Super Bowl 32.
Yeah.
Yes,
it was 97. 98, he threw for over 300 yards, I think, right?
Yes.
No, because I watched the game. That's why I keep saying that I watched that Super Bowl back. He didn't really do nothing for real. Like he literally was playing like
Trent ain't lying on that one.
He was playing like a game manager, like how you said. He was playing like a game manager, Brody. That's just how it was. I'm saying if you're gonna knock Payton, I know Payton was ass. I know Payton was. But the thing is, though, I know Payton was ass in the regular season and in like playoffs, he wasn't good. But John Elway, he was good, and then in the playoffs, the first year, of course, he got fucking carried, and in the second one, he was mid as hell. Got carried again.
I don't think he was mid though, Trent. Because I watched a bit of the game too. He was carried, Trent. I'm not gonna hold you. Like I just think you're just lying. You're really just lying.
I'm not even
on
lying,
national TV.
I'm not lying.
To say that John Elway got carried in that second Super Bowl, that's just a lie. That's just a lie. That's really just a lie.
Hey, Doug, would you say John Elway's first 10 regular season years was elite?
Dub, I gotta wait real quick, but not even that.
John Elway.
If you flipped Eli Manning and John Elway in that same position, are you gonna say John Elway got carried in '98? I mean, Eli Manning got carried in '98.
No,
I feel like you're lying. Now that I feel like
I gave you 2011. What are you talking
about? I'm not talking about
No.
You keep going on 2011. No, this is not no. You keep going on 2011 because you.
I'm gonna move on. But because Trent, Eli Manning did not do no shit like that in 2007. He did not.
But the thing is, though, you have to put in context on how he played. He played well. And you said he played like a mid-ass quarterback, which is a lie.
He did play like a mid-ass quarterback.
How?
He was a mid-ass quarterback.
He
was a mid-ass quarterback. That's exactly who he was. That's exactly who he was. No, Trent. That's exactly who Eli Manning was in 2007. He was a mid-ass fucking quarterback. He played well. He played well in his mid-ass role, but he was still a mid-ass.
Bro, you're talking about a mid. No. Let me rebuttal that. No,
fuck out of here.
No, fuck out of here.
Because I give you 2011. 2011, Eli Manning clearly was a better player in 2000 than 2007. So of course I'm not going to say he got carried in 2011.
It's the same logic. The thing is though, this is why I say you can't say that because in 2007, in each game they had, that run game was getting locked the fuck up. Now you kept saying it was Harper on the run game this much. They averaged like 3 yards a carry almost every game. The Bucks game, he came through clutch OD in the fourth quarter. The Cowboys game, they only had the time possession like 18 compared to the Cowboys 34. You're not going to pass that much. So he made the plays that he did, clutched up and won the game. And then we saw what he did in Green Bay. He didn't play that well, but he had a great job.
So let me ask you this. Trent.
And then hold on, no. And in the Super Bowl, he played the greatest team of all time. They never won a ring. He played even great there.
Let me ask you this, Trent. Does one drive really define how good of a game that you had?
No, but Eli Manning was playing.
Okay, no.
But he was playing well.
Because one drive, I don't believe that one drive defines on how good of a game that you had.
I didn't say that.
What you brought up for the Buccaneers game,
what you brought up for the Buccaneers game. In the Buccaneers game, the run game was getting locked the fuck up, and then he was making plays off the pass. Run game was getting locked the fuck up. It was getting locked up.
Locked the fuck up. They had 100 yards that game. The same 100 yards.
Who?
Matt Bradshaw and Brandon Jacobs had 100 yards in that
combined. Now, Del, tell me the yards per carry in the game.
Okay,
that's the yards per carry.
That's 5 yards per carry. Trent, what are you talking about?
Whoa.
Hey, Dub. I can't believe. Hey, Dub.
They had 17. No. I got you. Because they had 7. Look, Trent, this is why I say you're just a fucking liar. They had 17. They had 17 to 10. Oh, no. They had 30. They had 30 carries. So then 30, and then 100 yards. What's that? 30 and 100 yards. That's like 3.5, 3.3.
3.3.
3.3. But you got to understand.
Running backs, that's not good.
No, Trent. You got to understand the difference in errors. The difference in errors, that 3.3 or 3.5 was actually pretty good. Eli Manning, don't get me wrong. I keep telling you this. He was a mid-ass fucking quarterback, but he was a mid-tier quarterback. Hold on, Mookie, bro, because I'm trying to problem Trent real quick. Because he was a mid-ass fucking quarterback who relied on the run, who relied on the defense, so that, you know what, when the time did come as a game manager, he just made the plays where it didn't lose him the fucking game. Time out.
What was John Elway in 98, please?
What was John Elway's first 10 seasons? What was his first 10 seasons?
What was John Elway in 98 then?
Can I finish, Trent?
What the fuck?
Can I finish?
Go
done?
ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Done?
Go ahead.
Okay. Because Eli Manning did not have one single game that Elway had in the fucking Super Bowl. That's just one. He did not have one game.
I don't think he played good in the Super Bowl.
Wait. Eli Manning did not have one game where he had in the way that Elway had in the fucking Super Bowl. That is not fiction. That is fact. That is not fiction. That is fact. That is not fiction. That is fact. Hold on. So the way that you're trying to compare this Elway 98 run to Eli Manning in 2007 is fucking disrespectful.
You know why? You know why I'm comparing?
Because this is giant bias. This is giant bias where you don't need to sit here and reach. You don't need to reach like this, Trent. You don't need to reach like this.
No, because
you're talking about. Wait.
No,
you sit here talking about him. You're talking about. Oh my God, what he did in the Super Bowl against the aggressive team, bro. The dude had one fucking good drive at the end, and you're praising that shit. Like,
what do you mean? Because here's the thing: the difference between Eli Manning didn't get fucking carried. John Elway did.
Eli Manning did get carried.
No, he played good the whole playoff run. The whole playoff run, nigga. He played good. You can't say that for John Elway.
They held the fucking Randy Moss and Tom Brady. They held the boys to 14 fucking points.
Okay, now tell me what the Broncos do in 98. Now what the fuck the Broncos do in 98? You tell me what the Broncos did in 98. It's the same shit.
And fucking Tom Brady.
Dub, you tell me what happened in 98. It's the same shit. You tell me what happened in 98. It's the same shit.
In that fucking game. What the fuck are you talking about?
You tell me what happened in 98. It's the same shit, bro. The defense played like they asked for the whole playoff run.
Cut your bias ass bullshit.
What are you saying?
Bro?
They held the team to 3 points the whole game. Like you got the whole playoff on the Broncos defense played good too.
I can't believe you comparing John Elway and what he did in 98.
Because that shit was ass, nigga. Why you not understanding that shit? Shit was ass. That shit was garbo.
His first 10 seasons was ass.
Wait.
John Elway's first 10 seasons of his career was ass.
Eli Manning in the playoffs is way better than the last 2 runs. Eli Manning is better in the playoffs than John Elway in the playoffs. That's a fact. Fact or fiction, dog.
Holding Randy Moss and Tom Brady for 14 fucking points.
Fact or fiction? Eli Manning's 2 Super Bowl runs is better than any run that John Elway ever had. Fact or fiction?
14 fucking points.
Fact or fiction?
14 fucking points.
Yeah,
Eli Manning had better playoff runs. It's better than any run that John Elway ever had.
14 fucking points, Trent.
Hey, Doug, can I ask you a question, bro?
No, you're missing the point. I'm talking about John.
Can I ask you a question, bro?
You're praising that.
I'm talking because you keep talking about the team. I'm talking about Eli Manning playing good. Every single fucking playoff game they had, he played good. John Elway in 97 and 98 played mid as fuck. Every
not
game.
98.
He got carried.
Not 98.
He got
not
carried.
98. Not 98, Trent. That's just not true.
About, bro?
That is not true.
And like, what you mean? In what's the name? In the Denver Broncos defense held the Falcons to 19 points in the Super Bowl. So now what?
Okay, but at least John Elway.
John Elway ain't do shit. He didn't do shit.
At least John Elway and his supporting cast, they did their job on the offense end. The New York Giants.
Did Eli Manning do the same shit?
Hold up, Trent. Because you keep
talking about.
Hold up, Trent. Because you keep interrupting instead of shutting the fuck up and listen, bro. So listen. The Giants and the Patriots was
hey, Rob.
The Giants and the Patriots were literally in a grudge match. The reason why the 98 Broncos weren't in a grudge match because John Elway and Terrell Davis, yes, it was a tandem, were actually doing their fucking job on offense and scoring the damn ball. While the New York Giants, hold up, Trent. Hold up, Trent.
He only scored one touchdown.
He scored 2 because he had a rushing TD, you motherfucker. Nope. So So that's 2. 1, and then two. The New York Giants could not score the fucking ball until the 4th fucking quarter. That is not Eli Manning. That is not Eli Manning.
That's not Eli Manning. Hold
up. That is not Eli Manning.
Is that the most important quarter?
Oh, that is not. You just told me by your own fucking mouth that one drive doesn't define the game, right?
Okay,
yes
but
or no?
But
no. Don't say but dub. I just asked you a yes or no question. Is that fact or fiction?
Fact. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, that's a fact. So I'm not gonna sit here and say just because he had a good 4th quarter or just because he had a great drive that discounts that he did play bad in that fucking game.
But this how I know you ain't watched the fucking game because he played good the entire game and then he had the best drive.
Obviously he did it when they couldn't score till the 4th fucking quarter. What are you talking about?
When it matters most, so you just crown a nigga for scoring in the 4th quarter? That makes sense. That sounds dumb.
Hey, Doug, can I ask you a question, Doug?
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't agree with that. I can't agree with that one, Doug.
Hey, Doug. Let me ask you something. Would you sit there and say John Elway's first 10 seasons was elite?
Nah, relative to era, hey, it might be.
Yeah, it was 100%.
How? Because 55 completion percentage, 7 yards per attempt, 158 touchdowns, 157 interceptions, and a quarterback rating of a 73.8, which out of his era, 14 out of 15 in the passer rating, right? Beating only journeyman Jay Schroeder, right? Is elite.
John Elway.
Yeah.
John. Yeah, it's relative.
But right? Even for his era, those numbers are garbage.
No, actually, relative to his era, those numbers are actually phenomenal.
No, it's not. Because I'm gonna tell you, hold on. I'm gonna tell you what guys' numbers are better. Joe Montana numbers are better. If we look at touchdowns, Joe Montana touchdown, interception, passer rating, all that shit is better. Dan Marino, Jim Kelly. Dave Krieger, Phil's
talking about passer rating.
Yes, I'm because I'm not gonna use yards because you sit there and say like yards. Yeah, I'm using passer rating, touchdowns, interceptions. Guys like Phil Simms, Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, Ken O'Brien, Bernie Kosar. I mean, come on, bro. All these guys. This man, John Elway. Finished 14.
Or some shit? That's
Bernie Kosar. Yeah. He finished 14 out of 15 in passing.
Hold up, Trent. I'm gonna respond to Mookie and cook his ass next.
In his first 10 seasons, right? And hold on, Dub. How long John Elway played in the 16 years? A guy who only had 5.
Yo, hello? My bugging?
Stop.
Nah, he's lagging. He's lagging a little bit.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I hear you now. Yeah.
All right. You supposed to sit there and say for y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
You
supposed to sit there and say for a guy because how many years he played in the league, Doug?
John Elway?
Yes.
He played from 1983 to 1998.
So 16 years, right? So out of the 16 years, I just sat there and read the numbers on his first 10 seasons. Relatively to that era, that was garbage numbers because I just sat there and named all the quarterbacks that had better pass rating, better touchdowns, lower interception, and a better yards per attempt than John Elway, right?
So this is the difference.
So John Elway, out of the 10 years, he's only had 5 elite seasons. 5 out of elite seasons. So let me his last season. How that supposed to be over a guy like Drew Brees who had more than 5 elite level seasons, bro?
John Elway for his time, especially. No, John Elway for his time, especially. We can't discount the fact that number one, you're a guy of play callers and coaching and offensive coordinator, correct? Yes, fact or fiction? That's what you do, right?
You said what?
You're a guy who recognizes offensive coordinator, coaching and everything like that, right? You do it for Derek Carr, 100%, correct?
Yes.
So would it help the case for you to understand that the coaching that John Elway had in his career, they were mainly, I'm going to run the ball first. I'm not going to draw a pass designated plays. John Elway and his time on the Broncos, especially in the beginning of his career, were making shit happen on the fly. They weren't drawing up the pass plays for him to excel in. They were just trying to run the ball, and whatever John Elway did through the air, they just relied on his arm talent alone, and for his decision making to improvise. That's what they did. And with hold on, with him doing that, he was having 38, 34, 31, 33, 3,000 yards, 3,500 yards, and at that time, those are elite numbers. The TD, the TD. What are you talking about? Your brother just told you the same thing, but now you're gonna act clueless.
But what you mean? That shit.
That's about to be easy debunk, bro. Go ahead, bro.
So yeah, John Elway in his time, he did not have a reliable coach to say and put himself in a position, and even despite that, he was still having offensive MVPs. He was still a great passer and as well. And the TD to interception ratio at that time, that TD to interception ratio was a lot of time on average or slightly above average. I mean, there wasn't a lot of guys having a 20 and 10 interception ratio. This is not true.
Wait, Mookie, you done? I just want to say something real quick. You know what's funny, Fluent, J-Rob, man?
I'm listening.
It's kind of funny that like this nigga is arguing relative to Arrow or John Elway and this and that, trying to big this nigga up, but then shit's on Kareem for basketball. Relative to that, it don't make no sense.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you want to know why?
Oh my lord!
Wait, time out. Because Fluent just said the same. Fluent just said the same thing before. NFL and basketball, right? These are two completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Sports.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like you doing that now, but when Dawson did it for LeBron with Mookie, you was hyping that.
Yeah, you was hyping that shit up.
Trent, a little butthurt right now. That's okay. But Trent,
all right,
Ben, why they on him a little bit?
Trent. Because the NFL in the 1980s. The NBA in the 1980s and then on, compared to the NFL in the 1980s and then on, it's completely different. Correct?
Okay.
They did not have these headsets to rely on. They did not have the offensive schemes to rely on. No. They did not have the offensive schemes to rely on. And I actually do compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar relative to his era. That's why he's number 6.
On him.
No, that's why he's number 6 all time to me.
But you shit on him.
No, Trent.
You shit on Kareem. Do you not?
I'm not Trent. No, I just put.
You don't shit on Kareem.
I put context to what he does. I put context to his career. I call him a fraud. I called him a fraud. Trent. I called him a fraud. And do you understand the context of why I called him a fraud? Yes or no? What did I say? What did I say? Tell me what I said then.
You said what?
What did I say when I called him a fraud?
Oh, if you said like you was talking about the comp in the 70s and shit like that, and him missing the playoffs back, like I'm no.
No. Why did I say that he was a fraud? What was my reason?
I'm not
because if you don't know, no. If you don't know, then you don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, Dub?
I called him. I called him a fraud because, and there's videos of me saying this.
Go ahead.
I said he's a fraud because I don't think he has a top 1 conversation. I don't think that he's undeniably a top 3 player. I don't think that he's undeniably a top. The best center in NBA history. Mm-hmm. That is the reason why I called him a fraud.
Okay.
Can I no. Come on.
Can I not say the same thing for him?
I didn't argue about
my nigga. I asked you, my nigga Dub. I've literally asked you before. I said Joe Montana is way better than John Elway. You say I don't know. That's close. You're overrating the fuck out of him.
Yes, wait, when did I say that? When did I say that?
My nigga, you said this shit before the show. On God, before the show.
When?
You said this shit a few weeks ago, Dub.
When?
I swear to God, everything I love. You said this shit a few weeks
ago.
Oh,
now we capping now. Now we just
How am I capping?
Hey, Dub.
Why am I lying?
Because I don't remember saying that, Trent.
You don't have to remember.
I said if we talked about it, I probably talked about from a talent perspective. And
ain't no fucking talent.
John Elway is overrated. He's overrated, bro.
Come on,
Trent. We're not doing this.
You
want to win so bad. You so mad you got cooked on the
No, he cooked you on that one, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Now, you sat there and said like John Elway early years where he was getting coached under Dan Reeves that they wouldn't let him pass. But do you know like in John Elway's second season, like John Elway had the second most passing attempts in the league in his first 10 years, only after Dan Marino. So like when you sit there and said it was not letting them pass, like
trying to make it seem
like
John Elway was just
that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I say yes, the play call, but that's facts, Trent.
He act like he going out there.
But he played with Mike Shanahan. Like what are we talking about?
Willy-nilly with Dan Reeves was never happened in football in life, dog.
Dan Reeves
don't go out there.
Hold up, Trent, because you keep talking. Dan Reeves was the guy who was in control of the offense, where they were still trying to run through and run first, and not trying to have designated pass plays. That's just what it was.
Designated pass plays.
But he had the second most
Come on,
passing attempt during the league in his first 10 years.
So now you're just
He had the second most passing attempts during the league in his first 10 years, only after Dan Marino.
I am trying to move on because you just keep talking about the numbers. That's not the number, the attempts. What we're talking about
605 passing attempts.
Come on. You want to know why? Because Mookie, watch this, Mookie. Do you think that Brandon Staley is a good coach or a bad coach? Yes or no?
He okay.
Oh, he okay, right? But he passes the ball so much, so obviously
no, that's Joe Lombardi. Hold on.
Passing the ball
Brandon
so
Staley
much.
hold on. You're wrong. Brandon Staley calls the defensive plays. Joe Lombardi calls the offensive play. He's in charge of offense.
But do you think that they're doing a good job to put him in position to succeed?
Joe Lombardi, no, that's why he got fired.
Okay, then. So it's the same logic. You could be throwing the ball a lot.
Yeah, but he had Mike Shanahan.
Come on.
He didn't have one of the greatest play callers of all time, Mike Shanahan.
But that wasn't the concept of that. Wasn't the passing the ball wasn't the staple of their offense. It was running the ball. They wasn't trying to let John Elway excel. That is not fact. That is not fiction. That is a fact. The same way that you're talking about Justin Herbert, he had a bad play caller too. He had a bad offense.
All right, Dub. Can I give you a stat? Because I'm about to kill this shit right here. So if we look at Denver's ranking in passing attempt and rushing attempt, respectively in Elway/Reeves era, right? In 1983, there was 15 in passing attempts, and it was 20th in rushing attempts. In 1984, it was 24th in passing attempts, and they was 10th in rushing attempts. 1985, they was 2nd in passing attempts, 12th in rushing attempts. 1986, there was 8th in passing attempts, 20 in rushing attempts. 1987, they was 2nd in passing attempts, 7th in rushing attempts. 1988, they was 4th in passing attempts, 19 in rushing attempts. 1989, they were 22nd in passing attempts, 3rd in rushing attempts. 1990, they was 9th in passing attempts, 12th in rushing attempts. 1991, they was 24th in passing attempts, 4th in rushing attempts, and 92 they were 17th in passing attempts, 21st in rushing attempts. So
numbers don't lie. They was passing the ball as well with the balanced offense. What does these numbers tell you about anything about the schematics of football?
No, but you just said they don't pass. There was a running first. I mean,
because bro, they wasn't
top 5 and
they were not having designated pass plays for John Elway to excel in. This is a fact.
So does that go for John Elway or just every? Does that go for John Elway or just every QB? Did that happen to every QB?
I'm just telling you. I'm just
asking you. Is it just for John Elway? Is it just for John Elway? What you're saying? Is it just for John Elway?
No, it can apply to everybody.
It applies to everybody. That's why you know this shit makes no fucking sense.
What are you talking about, Trent?
Because Dub, you're really trying to sit here and say he had no design fucking QB plays, bro. When he won
MVP,
he did it. So wait,
he
Dub,
did it.
Tell you right now.
Fact.
Yo,
that is a fact.
When he won MVP that year,
I'm trying to move on, Chad. I'm
asking you a question. You can move
on.
I just want to see you live.
Dub, he was 2nd in passing attempts in 85 and 87.
All right, I'm not doing this again with y'all. I'm not repeating the same thing. I'm not.
We done cooking his ass. Let's go.
Now I need to go back to the first. I need to go back to the first question I asked. Who is the most, besides Emmitt Smith, who's the most overrated running backs in the NFL?
Oh, we should just move on to the next topic. That was an hour on wherever the hell that took us.
Oh man, y'all want to get into the quarterbacks now?
Why not?
Sure. Didn't we just do that?
Sure.
No. He was on the overrated running back thing.
Let me get into it right now. So we're gonna do similar to what we did last episode with the wide receivers. We're gonna do a draft of the rankings of the best NFL quarterbacks in the NFL season. So chat, give us a order that who you want, and then we'll go from there. Oh shoot, J Rob, how you
we get to pick our own.
We're good, bro.
How was dinner?
It was nice, man.
Where'd you guys go?
Here. There's a blizzard out here, so we couldn't go too far. There's like a keg by me, so we went to the keg. But there's like obviously you see what's going on fluent. You know, the weather's pretty.
These guys don't know about the keg. The keg is nice. The keg is nice.
There's like this place down in Burlington by the water that I want to take her to, but I didn't even account for the blizzard to be as bad as it was.
So, let me see. Let me see where Mookie, Fluent, Dub, Trent, J-Rob, Ben. That's who we going with right now.
Okay.
If we were drafting a quarterback.
Here we go. I'm gonna show y'all right now. So like we did last episode. So Mookie, Fluent, Dub, Trent, J-Rob. Mookie, you're gonna pick the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Fluent will go second, pick the second best quarterback in the NFL right now. Then myself, Trent, J-Rob, and then Ben.
Man, y'all just wanted me to pick. Man, y'all.
Yo, shout out to Warnock.
Bro, y'all just wanted me to
Shout
pick.
out to Warnock.
Y'all niggas, boy. Patrick Mahomes, man. Oh, damn, man.
You know what it is, Mook. You know,
Why does it bother you so much that he's the best quarterback in the NFL?
No, it just bothered me that he's becoming severely overhyped, or whatever you call it, overhyped, overrated.
Overrated.
Yeah.
But isn't overrated?
Like listen. I used to be a diehard Patrick Mahomes fan, but since I came here, like,
but hold on. How is he overrated if we rate him 1 and he is 1?
No. I'm just talking about when you
talking about all time.
When you put him top 5 all time, like that right there, just overdoing it. But I do think he's great. He's elite.
Yeah, right.
All right, that's fair.
I have video footage of Mookie saying that it's not even competition that he's the best quarterback in.
He is. Yeah, it's not. It's
I know. I mean, he's great.
I know you love Pat. I know you love
Dub, you
Pat,
should put like 5 more spaces like right under that. Like there's no way.
You really should put Mahomes with one leg. You feel me? You know how to
put like 5 more spaces.
Oh, that go.
Come on.
I'll just put this.
Highlight him. There you go.
Highlight.
I'll take Mahomes with a dislocated kneecap over the rest of the real spill.
So Fluent, you're next.
Joe Burrow.
Ain't mad at that.
That's crazy. Actually, no, I have him there.
How's that crazy?
Yeah, that's not true.
I think the top 1, 2, maybe 3 are pretty the consensus top.
Got you.
It gets nasty after 3, I think.
It really does. It's myself. Dag, who's the third? Are we? No, we're not including Brady because this is 2023.
Oh, is it? Oh, this is for next year?
It's for next year.
Oh, I thought it was for the season that just passed. Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna include Brady because I'll put him right here.
He retired. No, he retired.
No, he's out. He's out of there.
You know what?
He'll be back. But...
I don't give a fuck.
Wow.
What?
Bro, come on, Dub.
Oh my God.
He retired, bro.
As of right now, he put in his papers. No, take him out, Dub.
Come on,
take him out, Dub. Take him out, Dub. As of right now, he's retired.
He retired, bro.
You can slide him back in there when he comes
Put
back.
Herbert in there, bro. We all know he a top 3 quarterback in football.
Are you crazy? There you
what
go.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
I'll live with it. I'll live with that.
Bro.
The starter.
I don't know if I would have did that.
How the fuck is he top 3?
He is not.
Oh my goodness, bro. See, this is fanboy shit, bro. It's fanboy shit. This is fanboy logical argument why this man is a fucking football, bro. But go ahead.
He is saying for next year, he is predicting the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, Lamar Jackson, will be number 3. Perfect. Excellent.
This is disgusting.
All right, number 4. Who's 4th?
I'm telling you, bro. Lamar was having a crazy.
Put him up here, Trent, please.
It's on me.
Yeah, it's on you, Trent.
Put her.
Oh,
what? Boo.
I won't spend.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, Fluent. After Joe Burrow,
this shit about to get. Oh, y'all about to be sick. This shit about to get mixy. Oh my God.
Herbert is top 2, bro.
Fluent. After Mahomes and Burrow is like, there's not really much to pick up from after that. I'm not gonna hold you.
Nah, yeah, that's not.
I ain't gonna lie. It's about to get real mixy right now.
Yo, this list is fucked up, bro.
Who's next, J-Rob?
What's the order?
It's Jay Reezy, I think, or it's Fluent.
Lamar Jackson over Herbert. That's just sick.
All right, y'all ready?
Herbert's not even top 5. Yeah.
I'm after J-Rob.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Oh my God!
Jalen Hurts.
Jesus Christ.
Jalen Hurts.
I ain't
gonna lie. I would have had Jalen Hurts.
In the T, J-Rob.
Over Josh Allen?
I have Hurts over Herbert.
Because everybody sniffed. Because if you're gonna say I'm sniffing the T, then you're gonna say we sniffed the T last year when Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I've Hurts over.
How does that even compare? How is that even?
What you mean? Joe Burrow got towards ACL year 1 and went to the Super Bowl the next, and we all sniffed the T.
Yeah,
so it does compare.
But he's better than Jalen Hurts, and he was better than him.
Is he not ahead of him on this list?
A lot of people didn't. A lot of people had Joe Burrow like 5, 6, 7 rounds.
Yeah, like wherever Herbert was.
Sports is the most. Football is
Joe Burrow last year was a top 5 quarterback, bro.
He was for sure.
You can debate that he was.
There's no argument there.
There's no argument.
All right, who's up?
Sure.
Ben.
Mookie? Oh, Ben?
No, Mookie.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he already said Josh Allen.
You said Josh Allen?
Damn,
So
bro.
back to
Mookie.
Mookie?
It's all Mookie. Yeah.
This list is just ooh.
It's
All
disgusting.
right, so it's my turn.
Yeah.
They pass me home. Just Herbert. Just all right. Number 7 going to be damn. Who is my number 7? I'm gonna put Trevor Lawrence. Put Trevor Lawrence up there.
Generational talent.
Trevor Lawrence over Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
Oh damn. Put change
Want to
out.
switch it?
Put Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Damn, I forgot about this nigga. Yeah, you can't deny. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
No,
Damn, I forgot. My bad, bro.
No, it's not your bad. You had it right.
Nah, he had it wrong.
No,
Yeah,
my bad. 'Cause I forgot about Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers will not be a top 10 quarterback next year. You can clip it.
I forgot about Aaron Rodgers. I can't deny this.
You
man.
can clip
He's
it.
Still top 10.
Flo, who you got? Flo, who you got?
Generational talent.
That's what I got right there.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence. Okay, bet.
Damn, how the fuck can I forget Rodgers? Damn.
Because he's trash. He's done.
You put Drew Brees right there.
The only reason Aaron Rodgers isn't retiring is because he doesn't want to be in the same Hall of Fame class as Brady. That's the only reason he didn't retire.
For sure. Who put Derek Carr number 9?
No one would ever put Derek Carr number 9. No, you didn't.
Shout out to
Let me
Dub.
stop messing with y'all.
Come on, Dub.
Let me think about it. I got Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen. Dag, all the picks that I thought was gonna be in that spot.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
All right, can I change my pick?
I mean, you can't change. Wait, who'd you?
Can I change
Yeah, I
mine?
didn't. Yeah, I didn't make my
Change mine?
pick yet. So go
Can I
ahead.
change mine because I forgot someone and I'm not going to get another top 10. Justin Herbert.
Well, Justin
You already
Herbert
got him.
scored.
Justin Herbert will be a top 10. Justin Fields will be a top 10 quarterback this year. Justin Fields, my bad. Justin Fields.
Oh, that's nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
That is.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I mean,
I like Justin Fields though.
You watch what he does in Baltimore next year. He's going to be amazing.
Bro, he's not.
number 10. You gotta put.
You're not getting him on.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. What is going on, fellas?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
This list is terrible.
Yeah, it is. It is very terrible.
This shit is dog.
All right. What about
I figured it was bad. I might as well make it worse.
Tua?
Hell.
Is he top 10?
Hell,
He is.
you're not gonna
he's
put
not
Deshaun
top
Watson? Whose turn is it?
Jared Goff is
Yeah.
better than him.
And Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, who turned it?
Mookie, I went
All right.
with Trevor Lawrence.
After
so now it's Trent.
Dub is Trent.
Shout out to my dog, man.
It's either Howard or Kirk.
Damn, Kurt. So Kurt top 10?
I got
Hell no.
I mean, I can see why people put him top 10 because
Kirk is a
what he
bum,
did
you know
producing.
it. He's
Put
a
Kirk.
bum, you know it.
Put Kirk.
Over Deshaun Watson?
Come on, bro. He's a
If I
bum.
give
you
you
know it.
Deshaun hasn't played over 2 years.
Come on,
Come on,
man.
Mookie, who would you rather have, bro? Be real with yourself.
Oh, we go. That's called.
Everybody would have Deshaun. I would love to put Deshaun in my top 10.
We're waiting on you, Trent, just so you know.
I said Kirk.
Oh, for real?
That's serious?
I ain't gonna
Oh
lie,
my
bro.
God.
It's crazy. This man be talking about
He putting the white Dak Prescott
cocaine
at
being a
number
hell of a
10.
drug, but Trent would pay Daniel Jones $45 million a year.
There you go.
That's the type of crack you on. That's the kind
Yeah,
of
well,
Trent.
He get 30 mil, but not 40.
So-
Yo, you give him $30 million a year.
He need it. Like who? Like it's the market, bro. Like what you want me? Like what you think you gonna go for 20? Fuck. Come on,
Yes, bro. I'm
J-Rob.
telling to his face, I got 20 for you, bro.
So y'all
That's
telling me-
it.
J-Rob, who you got?
We got Kirk at 11. That's foul. That's foul work.
Kirk at 10.
I
At
mean,
10,
Kirk
not
10 is
11.
Foul work. Yeah, that's foul work. Yeah, that's foul work.
Are we going to get to flip? Like,
I'm
is everyone going to get a...
gonna just put touch my body at 11. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, if he comes back to normal, he won't even be 11 by the time.
Yeah, he'll
about
be
week 5.
higher than that.
But if he played the first 3 or 4 games, look normal, he'll be. I mean, we know where he is at his best, fellas, regardless of situation.
Ben?
This is a horrible list.
I hate this list. I don't like it at all.
You know what? I go.
Chino.
Hey, I was ready for this moment.
He right.
He's
He
right.
right. He right.
There's no way.
Go ahead.
There's no way.
Go ahead and put him up there, bro.
Put him up
no
there,
way.
bro.
Smith.
Tino.
Go ahead and put him up there, bro.
Man,
Tino.
come on,
Put him
bro.
up there,
That's
bro.
more bad.
I wouldn't even put him there, bro.
Shout out to my dog Gino.
Do you guys want to go one more round, or you want to leave it at 12?
Hey, let me.
No,
I go. Hold on. Why? Hold on, everybody. Where's Kyler Murray? Y'all preach this dual threat quarterback
where he
shit, right?
belong.
Y'all
He tore his ACL, so I didn't put him in because he won't play till like the back half of the season. So I'm not
put
even
Deshaun Watson in there.
But y'all put
Deshaun
Deshaun
played
Watson.
football last year.
He was
Deshaun
lost.
played.
Bro, but Sean didn't play football the last two
I'm not
seasons.
gonna
You
lie,
just
Trent, but
suspended him.
I'm not gonna lie.
Trent.
Oh, Trent, this is why. Oh
Bro,
my God,
Jesus
you
Christ,
can
bro.
understand.
I ain't gonna lie,
you
bro.
talking about
Mookie,
J-Rock.
who you got,
Like, bro,
Mookie?
J-Rock.
Like,
No.
bro, I'm not even.
Y'all got
explaining
Lamar.
that, bro.
Y'all got
Just
Lamar
bro.
Jackson. Y'all top five.
I
This
ain't
man
talking
been
about-
hurt for the
I'm
last
talking
two
about-
seasons.
I get that
What the
Deshaun
fuck?
Watson played, but he was ass.
I'm
We
saying
give him
Kyler
that
Murray
now.
tore his ACL. We're projecting, right? This list is a projection.
Projection, yes.
Literally,
Oh.
Floyd came up here and
nigga
projected
can't come back
that
from
Justin
ACL?
Fields is going to be an 8. It's not that he
I know
can't
for
come
sure.
back. He's not going to play till like game 10, bro. Why would
Didn't
I
he
put
tear
him in?
his ACL? But how do we know that though? We don't know that though. He could be.
Bro,
nigga
they
could
literally
start
put his
week one.
recovery on
And
ACL.
I'm sorry. Wait, my bad. I'm not gonna hold you. If you
Okay,
thought
guys.
that Deshaun Watson wasn't gonna be bad in his first games with the Browns, you were just dumb as hell. The
No,
dude
I
didn't
did,
play
I did,
football
I did.
for a long time,
I
so of
did.
course
I
you
knew
should
that.
expect him not to play that well.
I
He
knew
wasn't
somebody.
going.
One of my
He
partners
hadn't
told me
played.
that.
The guy
I'm
doesn't
just
play
letting
for
you
2
know. He
years.
tore his
Hold on.
ACL.
Let's be
Go
clear.
ahead,
A guy hadn't played for 2 years. He comes to a new team with a new system, new terminology, new players that he's never thrown a pass to. Like anyone who expected him to be good is nuts. He
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
I'm not-
play bad. We knew he was going to play bad.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to put him lower if I knew he was
I
gonna
didn't
play
say
bad.
that.
And I'm not gonna.
That's
put
what you
Kyler
said.
Murray
You
up-
said,
and
"Oh,
I'm
he
not-
played trash."
And I'm not
No,
putting
nigga,
Kyler Murray up
nigga.
here because
You said,
Kyler
"Oh,
Murray
he
may
played
not play
trash."
till week
Nigga,
12.
I said because
Like,
y'all giving
gotta
the
be real.
benefit of the doubt because I was just talking about how he said college. Because
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Trent.
Kurt,
Even though
bro,
it's ACL,
Kyler.
J-Rob, real quick. Even though it's an ACL injury, J-Rob, you know some niggas can recover.
No, I know some people come back sooner from it. No, I know that.
And I
know
damn
that
straight
for
putting no fucking Geno
sure.
Smith over
But
Kyler.
let's be real. Let's be real. For football, ACL's minimum a year, at least a year. So he's not coming back to at least a year from when he had his surgery. Not only
We
that,
don't know
let's
that.
just say for the sake of this, let's say the Cardinals start the year 2-10. He's not playing, bro. It will be no point
he
for him
probably
to
doesn't
play.
come back at all.
There
That
will be
season.
no point for him to come back.
Yeah, it'll be
So he
no
may
point.
not even
I'm
play next year, bro. You got to be real mindful about that.
I'm
So that's
saying
why I
that
didn't
we
put him
don't
in
know what this nigga's like how he's progressing with his fucking knee.
Well, I'm projecting. This is a projection. So that was my projection.
That's fine.
I'm not gonna
And-
lie. Deshaun Watson's still better. Like he's still.
And
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
better than Kirk
I'm
Cousins.
not saying that. I'm just
and
saying.
we get. And I ain't gonna lie. Who is Kyler? Even let's say Kyler Murray come back, bro. Who you throwing to?
Is D Hop gonna be? Is D Hop getting?
No,
We don't know.
no.
We don't know.
Hollywood
D-Hop
Brown. Hollywood Brown.
D-Hop will
and,
not be on that team. I highly doubt D-Hop.
And I think
Geno
Robbie
Smith.
Anderson will probably be
Bro.
going. AJ Green just retired. Like who would he be throwing to? Zach
Hollywood
Ertz?
Brown. Hollywood Brown and Zach Ertz.
Yeah, does that wake you up in the morning, bro?
Fuck no,
Don't
that
wake
nigga
me up.
is-
Yeah,
in the
He said at least it's somebody.
morning. Hey, Mookie, kick us off for the last round, bro. Who you got at number 13, man? I'm not including Tua either. That motherfucker needs to retire.
Oh, number 13, Kyler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to put Kyler.
Kyler Murray. Oh, who you got?
He took Kyler Murray.
The God Carr.
The God Carr.
No Matthew Stafford love. He'll be back in the NFL again.
Oh,
Sorry. Matthew
We saw
Stafford too.
injuries. That nigga elbow is cooked.
That dude is done.
But I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
I am scared of. Yeah, I was just about to say I am scared about that elbow though, because I don't. You know what I'm saying?
He's
Like
done.
it could
With no
be bad.
O-line too, he is done.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
feel
man.
so bad for Matthew Stafford, bro.
Y'all putting Dak?
Oh, you're
Yo,
putting Dak Prescott?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Over Jared
So
Goff.
Dak is better than Derek Carr?
I'm better than Derek Carr.
Yeah,
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, Mookie. It ain't
Hey,
saying much.
we're talking
bro.
about 2023.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Russell
yeah.
Wilson.
Don't
Payton.
I
forget.
forgot about
Don't
him.
forget.
Yeah, I got another one for you. You ain't say my guy
forget.
JG, man. Mr. Golf himself. Mr.
I'm with
Hollywood. Hollywood Golf. Come on.
Yeah. Golf is a good pick. I just put Dak up there in an attempt to get Cowboy Dan.
Derek Carr.
Give him some love in case.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. Cowboy.
No,
yo,
I don't know if I
Cowboy
told
is out,
y'all.
bro.
Y'all, listen. Let me take this off for a second.
Cowboy really upset.
What the hell was wrong with you guys? The one time where I'm sitting here, I have to take off. Y'all run somebody off the show. What is wrong with you guys?
I ain't gonna lie, it's his fault, bro. He tried. It was really a headache gang massacre because it was really me and.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie to Dub.
We was tagging in and out of his ass, bro.
I kind of feel J-Rob to the extent because, bro, he was just blaming Lon. The nigga talking about some.
Thank you.
He got very angry quickly for no reason.
He said Dak didn't perform the way he could because of the personnel. Why are you lying?
Dak was fucking up. He was.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I can't.
And then my biggest thing was like he was getting so upset because I was like he was trying to use Kellen Moore as the reason as to why Dak wasn't successful, and I was saying, but then his other point on top of that, Dub, was that the Cowboys have been a top 5 offense for the past 3-4 seasons. Yeah, who been calling the plays?
Kellen Moore.
Exactly.
Hold on, he said Kellen Moore the bad coordinator.
So he was saying that the reason why Kellen Moore, actually, if you was up here, you would have killed him too. He might have been on. He might have called 1-800 if all 3 of us would have been on his ass.
He said Dak is top 5, bro.
He said Dak.
What?
Yes,
bro.
He said
Dak is top 5.
Hold on, what was this?
He said Dak. No, not top 5. He said Dak is the 4th best quarterback in
football. 4.
Oh, man.
And then after the Super Bowl, and then after the playoffs, he only went down to 5. He didn't go.
Hold on, is he a Cowboy fan or something?
Yeah, he's a Cowboy fan. Yeah. He does content about the Cowboys, but the thing that made it so bad was like we was trying to tell him like, bro, you cannot sit here and say Dak top 5 and then blame Kellen Moore. Bro, that playoff game was just he was. It
was on Dak.
He was trash. Yeah, like it was whack. Like it is what it is. You can blame Kellen Moore, but Kellen Moore really.
Because y'all was about. I'm not gonna lie. Trey, I'll give one to you because you caught me off guard, motherfucker. You really did, and I was trying to fight back. But shit, I couldn't. I was getting my ass whooped today. But y'all don't stop. Y'all don't know when to just shut up. Like let somebody.
Cowboy got mad first though. Cowboy turned mad.
Y'all just gotta let people go, bro. If I didn't move on the segment, bro, y'all would have kept going for hours. Like, yo, just shut up and let the dude be cooked in peace, bro.
Wait, Fluent. Did he not get so upset? Literally like 5 minutes into the dialogue, bro. Literally 5 minutes.
Yeah, he I think he was having a bad day.
And like, I gotta watch.
Bro, you have to watch that, bro.
He was having a bad day. He was like a Red Bull, bro. His face went red so fast,
bro,
and I think he just
me on TikTok, bro.
He escalated the situation by like,
yeah, man. If anybody got Dak in a top 5, I just can't take you serious, bro.
He said I was ruining his brand.
Oh my goodness, nigga, you ruin your own brand having Dak top 5.
I hate y'all, bro.
I'm ruining your brand. I'm ruining your brand, and your fans are not serious, bro.
Dak top 5? Oh man.
Yeah, bro. You telling people
Dak logical reason best quarterback top 5. That man missed 2-3 games and led the NFL in interceptions thrown.
Me and Bama killed that boy, man.
Yeah,
God damn, that is crazy.
Hey, but who picked Jared Goff?
I think
that would have been you.
No. I picked Wilson, so that was Trent.
No, I ain't picked Jared Goff.
Yeah, J-Rob. I think J-Rob jumped in front.
It might have been me. I did.
Get rid of Goff because it's actually Trent's pick.
Trent, who you want, bro? No, I'll just put him here.
Just say put my boy Danny Dimes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
J-Rob, don't
gonna lie, you capping right now.
Hold on. You know what's crazy though?
Hold on.
Wait, no. J-Rob, wait, hold on. J-Rob, don't sit up here and try to cap on the show. When we really had a conversation, you was like,
I know. I like the game. I like the game. I did.
You know how J-Rob get, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I like the game. I sniffed the
Hold on.
I drank the Vikings tea. That game,
Hold on. What number we at?
Like
18.
So y'all projecting that Derek Carr next year going to be the 19th ranked quarterback in football.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta stop. So if you go to your Jets, man, and lead them niggas to the goddamn playoffs, you're not gonna put Derek Carr.
Wait, Mookie, listen, I'll say it right now.
Your organization just sat there and said they view Derek Carr as a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Can I say something?
You can win with the
Hold on, can I say something? Hold on,
Mookie,
can I give you an analogy? When you go out with a shorty, you take her out on a date, right?
Yeah.
It's your first date. You're gonna say everything she want to hear.
That's
you
true.
know, I gotta, you can come ride with me in the whip. We could go see this. We could do that. You going, feel me? Whoopty whoopty
I can
whoop.
buy you. Yeah.
I'm gonna buy you dinner next time. Every time it's on me, baby. I got you. But then what happened, bro? Then you realize like that other girl, that other shorty that you really been plotting on for a minute, she might come available, i.e. Rodgers, Lamar. So here we said what we said about Derek, but bro, if we really wanted Derek as bad as we said, we would have signed him already, bro. We would have done the deal. But we
y'all waiting for Rodgers though. Y'all trying to see
for Rodgers. Yeah, we want to see what Rodgers and stuff like that. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, Mookie. If Derek Carr is our quarterback next year and leads the Jets, I ain't gonna lie. We go to the conference final, divisional, like AFC chip, then I never say nothing bad about him again, especially because it'll be my team. I won't say shit. He did his thing.
I think he's gonna do, I think he's gonna go out there and wild out every game, bro. So who do y'all think Derek Carr is going to next year?
He's going to your squad, bro.
He's going to the Saints.
Going to the Saints.
Oh my goodness! If he goes to the Saints, nigga, shit.
You want me to tell you the truth? If he goes to the Saints, next year at this time, you're going to be cursing him out and saying, "Fuck Derek Carr." I wish.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will be.
You know what? You may never say this, but you'll think it. Those dudes are right. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Saints in the 2021 season, right? Was it? No, it was 2021, 2022 season, right? We had 5 different quarterbacks. We had guys like Jameis Winston, Taysom Hill, Ian Book, Trevor Shipman, right? Because he's trash. I call him Trevor Shipman, right? Taysom Hill. Like we had all these different quarterbacks under center. None of those quarterbacks is better than Derek Carr. And we was this close.
That's a fact.
And we was this close. If the Rams would have beaten the 49ers in week 18, would have gotten to the playoffs, right?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when it's a divisional game, last drive, and he throws an interception?
Bro, the division is weak.
Dude, who cares if he throws an interception?
The division is weak. That's what y'all not understanding. If the Saints,
who cares if he throws
hold on. If the Saints get Derek Carr, that is an automatically playoff spot, bro. Because the NFC South is trash. Brady's out of there. The Panthers ain't got no franchise quarterback. The Falcons ain't got no franchise quarterback.
Can the Buccaneers pay for Derek Carr?
But here's the thing, though, J-Rob.
Maybe
you go to the Buccaneers.
We talked about this on Monday. Go
ahead, Trent. Go ahead.
We talked about this on Monday. There's a big rumor that Lamar Jackson and Atlanta Falcons might be a deal. That could happen in Pittsburgh. If that happens, if he goes to the Falcons, they win in the division.
They win the
just
Carr's on the Saints.
I would love for him to go to the Falcons.
Lamar goes to Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers goes to Tampa.
And Derek Carr goes to Saints.
Derek Carr goes to the Saints, but to afford him, they have to get rid of pieces. So now they're worse.
They would have to. You guys have no money.
Who got to get rid of pieces?
The Saints.
The Saints would have to get rid of some.
No, we don't.
You don't have any money.
Y'all go over the cap.
Y'all broke.
No, but Derek Carr, the Raiders.
Derek Carr can't sign for the minimum.
No, but they
signed for no minimum.
Hold on, but they released him though. They released him. They cut him from his contract, so he's not making $40 million a year no more.
How much do you think he's gonna make? Zero?
He's gonna no. We're gonna give him. He gonna make what 25, 27 a year, bro. That's what he's gonna make.
Do you have that much in cap?
Absolutely. Do you understand that Mickey Loomis is a cap god? He unreleased cap space. We gonna yes, bro. The Saints. Do you know that the Saints the last couple of seasons was in cap hell? Mickey Loomis reconstructed everybody's contract. Everybody's deal.
More than 25, Brody.
You said what?
He gonna want more than 25, bro. Just be real with you.
All right, so 30 million.
I'm gonna be honest with you. 30 million would be love. I think he's gonna want
he's not no 40. He's not no $40 million.
If Daniel Jones is getting $30 million, Mookie, Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is not no $40 million guy.
I just want you to know.
He's not.
I just want you to know. Listen, I just want you to know how. I just want you to know the situation. I'm not saying it's anything is possible. I just want you to know right now today, based on what the expected salary cap is going to be, the New Orleans Saints are $55 million over the cap. The absolute most they can do by releasing, restructuring, etc., is 80. So if you do your math, 80 minus 55 is 25. So the max they can do is sign him for 25 and no one else. Do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, but you got to also understand that we do got our first round pick, so we can go get some guys in the draft, and also
you got to pay him.
Yeah,
and also
Wait, time out.
like I said, we gotta.
Someone has to.
I think.
Would you want to bring Derek Carr to a situation where you play with a bunch of kids?
Wait, but hold on. Doesn't the
What
Eagles
kids?
have the Saints first round pick?
Because you just said they're gonna bring they're gonna let you guys gonna have to let guys go for him to fit financially. Yes. So you just said you're gonna have to draft young players. These are gonna be kids, bro. These are gonna be guys who've never played NFL games. So
yeah, but I think
that would fit for him.
No, I think the offensive end is established. I think you got guys like Chris Olave, Jarvis Landry still there as well. You still got Juwan Johnson. You still got them pieces over there in the office, and you still got one of the best right tackles, Ryan Ranchek, alongside with one of the best centers in the league, and Eric McCoy as well. I think that the pieces around him is very, very well. Now we got to see what's going to happen with Alvin Kamara in this situation, because I expect he's going to be suspended and fined for a couple of games this season. But I think, bringing Derek Carr over there, I think that will unlock Chris Olave potential. Chris Olave is a speedster wide receiver. Derek Carr is a gunslinger as well. And Chris Olave would a mid quarterback in Andy Dalton, right? And Jameis Winston was caught over 1,000 yards. So I think that if you have Derek Carr under there, under center with Chris Olave, I think that would unlock his abilities as well. And then look at the defense.
Who you got, Mookie? Chris Olave? Hold on. Who you got, Mookie? Chris Olave or Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams.
Well, we saw what Derek Carr did with Devontae Adams.
Why do you think
he's going to do better?
Devontae Adams had one of his best seasons with Derek Carr.
Yeah, but that was despite Derek Carr. That wasn't.
You said this team's going to the playoffs.
Who?
You said this team's going to the playoffs with Derek Carr.
I had the Raiders going to the playoffs.
No. You said if the Saints if Derek Carr goes to New Orleans, the Saints are going to the playoffs.
Yeah, winning the division.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on, right quick. Hold on.
My only question is, what he gonna do when they don't get Derek Carr? He end up with Jimmy Garoppolo. What he gonna do then? When he got Jimmy G.
What did he say about Devontae Adams?
Oh, he said no. He
said he had one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, okay.
I said, crazy. You're looking at stats versus Derek Carr couldn't get it done.
If you watch some games, it was despite Derek Carr for sure. I watched a lot of them games.
Yeah, like I said there and said, if the Saints get Derek Carr, they're going to the playoffs for sure, especially if the division remain how it remain. Now obviously if the Falcons get Lamar Jackson, that's going to be tough because their defense was very, very solid this year.
No, but you said Lamar's not that good, so what matter?
No. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying that this is that it's still going to be a race. I still got the Saints going to the playoffs, even Lamar Jackson come there. I'm just sitting there saying it's still going to be competitive because it's going to be, the Falcons. We're going to be battling out with the Falcons in the.
Probably going to get ran through, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So if the Saints just like I sat there and said, Fluent. If the Saints get Derek Carr, that's a guaranteed playoff spot because everybody in that division really does not have no established quarterback, right? Or any quarterback.
You'd have to win the division.
Yeah.
You agree with that, right?
Do you think the Panthers will be any better next year though? Because that defense was pretty. That defense was really great though. That defense is actually
it was great.
Nothing else changes, J-Rob. If nothing else changes, and Derek Carr signs with the Saints, they immediately have the best quarterback in that division.
Facts. Easily, because it's no comp. It's no comp.
As much as I make fun of Derek Carr, he's immediately the best.
I agree with that. He would by far be. But to me, that's also to his detriment, Fluent. Because now, if you stink there, oh my god, if you stink there, bro. I mean,
then you never know. He could go there and have a Russell Wilson type year of adjustment.
Yo, my thing is when you get the funky, sometimes it kind of just follows you wherever you go.
Yep.
It might be become, and I feel like sometimes that might be Derek Carr. Yeah, I think that's who he is, but we'll see.
Yeah, he had a bad season last year, but like I said, redemption is a thing. We've seen quarterbacks have value come back in a better situation, do better stuff.
That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. There is redemption.
Hey, I got a question for Ben because I know me and Mookie went on a whole little tangent about the whole Emmitt Smith thing. Bit. I do want to hear you with the overrated running back shit real quick. Ben, do you have overrated running back?
I mean,
of all time,
not really, but I think a guy that's kind of overrated is Jerome Bettis, the bus, a little bit.
Nobody talk about the bus though.
Nah, because the people I know, like they rank that man too high. Like there's like a lot.
I've never heard anyone rank him.
Man, I've never heard anybody rank Jerome.
Where did you hear him ranked? I'm not saying you're wrong. Where did you hear him ranked?
Like top 15, top 20.
Oh yeah, no, then that's overrated.
I don't know about that.
J-Rob, you got one?
I think Emmitt Smith overrated.
We talked about that for 2 hours.
Yeah, the whole monologue.
Oh, okay, my bad.
What about Marcus Allen? Because he was the second one on my list.
Really
we never got to him.
Marcus Allen.
Yeah, but see, the problem is, I don't think people talk about Marcus.
I swear,
I don't personally. No, I think for you, I think that might be a gap thing, though.
My generation, okay.
Yeah, I think for
my
you,
generation talks about him like he averaged 55 yards a game. Like he's not that good.
Okay, outside of Emmitt Smith, overrated running back. That's a good one.
I ain't gonna lie, cause mine, because the way how Fluent just said, maybe because like for me, it's Marshawn Lynch. Ben, I know you're a Seattle fan. I know you, but I'm telling you, it's just for me, from my perspective. Like again, I just view him as overrated if you put him higher than what he should be. Like I've heard like Bama and just other people be like, "Oh, he's way better than LaShawn McCoy," or "He's better than Jamal Charles." Like that's crazy.
Marshawn Lynch wasn't better than LaShawn.
That's kind of ridiculous.
LaShawn McCoy is crazy.
Like when somebody said like Marshawn Lynch like a top.
I don't know. I think.
Do y'all think Reggie Bush overrated? Because people say that he's a Hall of Famer.
He can't be.
He injured a lot. There's no way you could.
Like he got injured.
Okay, I got one. I don't know how people rate him, but I thought Tiki Barber was very overrated.
Whoa, wait.
And I know that might be a man's, bro. I know that might be a man's. No. I think he's overrated, but I don't know how people rate him. But
I don't think
anybody ranks him. Yeah, I don't think he's another guy. I don't think anyone ranks him.
But the thing is, though, JR, once he fixed like the main problem for a running back, his fumbling issue, his peak is, I'm not gonna lie, his shit is insane. Like when you look at his that little rumble right before he retired, he was bugging, bro. Now he was going insane.
I got somebody that I think is a top 20 running back that some people may not believe is a top 20 running back. And I think if he just played on a better team, he'd be one of the best running backs of all time. Fred Taylor.
He probably
when you play for the expansion team your whole career, and you also got to remember Freddie T, they actually paid him to stay. Running back, you got to take that check. So he took it. But I think different situation where we talk about Freddie T.
Would y'all say Derrick Henry a top 20 running back right now? Like all time? Like if his career in it he's top 20 all time.
He's there. Yeah, he's there. He's there.
Why they looking at like J-Rob?
Because I guess, yeah. I have to. But my problem is Mookie, he didn't come out the gate swinging, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It took him 3-4 years. Like I could look at a guy like Edgerrin James, he only played running back for 8 seasons, retired at 8 seasons. But them 8 seasons was incredible. It was an incredible 8. You know what I'm saying? And my thing about Derrick Henry, like, we gonna put him in the Hall of Fame because of 4 years.
But the thing is, J-Rob,
like I don't know. I think he just came on kind of late, but I will give him the nod.
Is it really only 4 years though? 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, it is 4.
It's 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Because the first 3 was like, Like he was playing reps with Deion Lewis, bro. Like.
But I think when he's done, though, he's going to for sure be in it because, like, bro, his shit's
okay. What's stopping Derrick Henry for being a Hall of Fame? I mean, or a Hall of Famer? Because I mean,
nothing.
I think he would lose. It's the longevity. He has to play more. Like,
so why y'all use that for Patrick Mahomes, bro?
Because running for Hall of Fame, you gotta understand. No, I got it, J-Rob. Because when Patrick Mahomes in these past 6 years, no other quarterback has done what he's done. We've seen mad running backs do what Derrick Henry has done, bro. We've seen it.
All right, so what would that put? Hold on, would that put him in the tier with the all-time great running backs? I mean,
not in the top 10.
No,
not top 10. I'm talking about top 20.
In that 4 years, if Derrick Henry, to your point, in that 4 years, if Derrick Henry would have two or three 2,000-yard seasons, was the rushing champ. Offense for the running backs is different.
Was one of the best players on the best offensive football.
Look, just put it like this: if his first year he ran for 1,100, the second year he probably ran for like 1,200, and then the rest of his career like this, yeah, he'd be a Hall of Famer.
But I think when you use Mahomes, Mookie, you gotta. I think you're looking at I think you look at the years. But let me put it in perspective. Let's say screw how long you've been playing the league. I'm gonna just put some numbers out. 10-3 playoff record. 3 Super Bowl trips, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 victories, 5 AFC championships, 5 all at home. 4-1 in that game. I mean, 3-2 in that game.
Impressive.
So with that being said, if you didn't know that was the only accomplishments, and then you've been first team All Pro. You've been first team All Pro 4 times, and then you're going to be we'll just say he was All Pro, second team, whatever.
That's why
with that simple information, is that not a Hall of Fame level career?
It is, but J-Rod, that's why I sat there and said like if you want to be up in that upper tier, like 'cause I judge positions different, like. Longevity for me for the quarterback position is real because you can see quarterbacks that have one good season and the next season they just ducks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I sat there and said, like, if you look at everybody's top 5 consistent, they have the sustained greatness and longevity. But from running backs and for wide receivers, I really don't use the longevity.
This situation is completely different.
I'm not gonna lie.
For Hall of Fame, it has to matter.
It's different.
I'm not gonna hold you though.
No. I'm just saying you don't got to be a Super Bowl. You don't have to have a running back. To me, don't have to have a Super Bowl to go to
a running back. The standards for a running back is different. But
it's different.
Terrell Davis isn't in the Hall of Fame, and honestly, if he's not in the Hall of Fame, then Derrick Henry shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, if TD, but I agree with that too. TD to me, if you look at just playoff running backs, TD has probably one of the craziest playoff running backs.
He's the greatest playoff running back ever. But and another thing,
literally the greatest one ever though.
But when you keep bringing Mahomes, like there's a reason why, I'm not like he retired today. He's in the Hall of Fame because of the span and what he did. Like you can look at Calvin Johnson, bro. He played how long did he play? 7 years. You see the stats that he had, the resume.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's and there's a reason why he's in the Hall of Fame because in that short span of time, I think he has the most yards in a season. Yes. Just consistently 13, 14, 1,500 yards receiving. And he only did this shit for 7 years. He didn't need the longevity. So that's why with Mahomes, he's going to be.
Yeah, I think Mahomes. Yeah, I think he's a Hall of Famer. But I'm just saying, but
you don't think it's okay to project somebody? Because you got to look at it like this too. Like if you look at the statistics, bro, he already got the numbers. He don't got the cumulative longevity 10-year career numbers, but in terms of the accolade parts and the 5,000 yard seasons and the 4,500 yard seasons, he has that. So unless you assume that Mahomes is going to completely fall off a cliff, bro. He's already better than Aaron Rodgers, my guy.
No, he's not.
How though? How is he not though?
Because Aaron Rodgers has sustained greatness. He has longevity. He was just as talented. And we have seen him do what's
the difference though, Mookie? You've seen outside of the
it's the longevity. It's the longevity.
I understand that, but outside of the first Super Bowl you saw from Aaron Rodgers, where they were the last seed in the playoffs. The wild card team, they went on a miracle. They went on a magical run. Outside of that alone, if you look at Aaron Rodgers after that, outside of the MVPs, I mean, it's nothing to ooze about. I mean, they were first round exits, second round bounces, losing to teams that they had no business losing to in the playoffs. How do you look at Mahomes, who's the only quarterback? If you want to be real, the only quarterback to ever beat Mahomes twice in the postseason, two out of the 3 times was Tom Brady, bro.
Time out. I need to interject on that point one, and on another point is, my bad. TD did make the. I just double checked. TD did make the Hall of Fame.
He did.
I looked at a different. I looked at something a long time ago.
I was like, what's it? He didn't make it.
That would have been so bogey. I'd be like, that's
my bad. My bad.
Hold on, but what I'm saying,
I need to address something that J. Rob said. That's some bullshit. What you just said about Tom
Brady. What did I say?
Let's not forget the fact that the offensive line was terrible. It's terrible.
You don't need to defend it.
That is true.
That's not. No, I'm saying. If you look at it, the only person who beat him was Tom Brady.
That's what he's not saying.
It's almost like a compliment.
It shouldn't be a point though.
No, but hold on.
Because he only has 3 losses to his record.
I think it's an important point.
I thought it was a good point.
I think in 5 years, Patrick Mahomes and his Chiefs have hosted the AFC Championship 5 times.
Yes,
they've won it 3 times. He's won the Super Bowl twice, and the only Super Bowl he lost was against the consensus greatest quarterback of all time that had a great offensive team that was stacked with Evans and Godwin and AB and et cetera, Gronk, a really good defense, and he had no offensive line to protect him. And so he that's his only loss.
He lost.
All those odds. That's important.
That's
he
what I'm
lost.
saying. Look who he lost to. It's not like
still important.
You can put it all. Hold on. You can put it in context all y'all want to, right? But at the end of the day, y'all don't want to hear the other context for other quarterbacks as well. So I'm not giving no cookie for nobody. For Patrick Mahomes.
What about losing Aaron Rodgers?
Hold on, Jared. Mookie, did Justin Herbert just lose?
Yeah, he lost. And what they gonna? Yeah, he lost.
He
lost.
No,
because when I put in context with Herbert, put in context with Derek Carr and them other quarterbacks as well. Y'all don't want to hear it. Just goes in one ear and not the other. So I'm not hearing it for goddamn Patrick Mahomes. His line up, his line is fucked up and all that shit. Because I didn't want to hear it when I was saying that shit for Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert.
We're not making no excuse about the line being messed up. That's the viewpoint.
But
he's already done.
But what I'm saying about this longevity matters. It matters because
longevity is just accumulating.
It matters. It matters. Bro. It matters. It matters in football, but particularly the quarterback position, because in the era that Mahomes played in, the era that Rodgers played in, the era that Brady plays in, it's very, very unlikely to get hurt or get hit because in the era and the rules, they have protect the quarterback. So it makes they basically be the flag football, right? So that's why I sat there and said that. That's why I said, hold on. That's why I sat there and said. That's why I sat there and said it's important to have that longevity because we want you to see. Yeah, Mahomes 4 or 5 years.
Mahomes only plays 5 years starting.
5 years, but give me 5 more years. Give me 5 more years of this play. And if he and Mahomes give me 5 more years of this play. And he's top 10 passing yards, top 10 touchdowns, and he got what, four Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowls. I'm like, bro, this is the GOAT right here. This is a top.
I gotta address that.
Like his project. Listen. Mahomes, everybody. Mahomes' projection. His projection, if he surpassed that decade mark of playing at this play, he's projected as the top 3 quarterback all time. That's his projection. But right now, as we assessing it right now, Mahomes, he probably top 10 all time, probably a Hall of Famer. But in that top 5, there's 5 quarterbacks that just have that long.
What 5 quarterbacks would you are all time greater than Mahomes? Wait, I just want to hear him say. Wait, just name him and then go, Trent. I just want to hear him then. What 5 quarterbacks all time are greater than Patrick Mahomes?
Obviously Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so I ain't gonna lie. Montana and Brady, I won't even dispute you, but you're on catnip now with this Drew Brees shit. Drew Brees
better than. I mean, that's I don't know what
y'all gotta stop with the
he's better, bro. Come on, D-Rock. Stop this shit, bro. Come on, bro.
Y'all gotta stop.
This is so disrespect, bro. Not disrespect. I respect him.
You know you disrespecting Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is top.
You compare this nigga to Paul Pierce. That's disrespectful.
Man,
that was crazy. That was crazy, J-Ron.
Come on, bro.
That was crazy.
Now, Paul Pierce. Okay, I'll admit that. Comparing Drew Brees to Paul Pierce was absolutely disgusting.
Come on,
bro.
You don't like catnip that night.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty, and I was really probably being a
but they were when I'm looking at
I didn't hear that argument, but why is it crazy?
I was just like, because we were talking about this had to do with the Elway Drew Brees debate. And I was like, I think people overrate Drew Brees. Like, he had his little moment. He won a little Super Bowl. But to me, he was just like, I was like, he's cool, but he's Paul Pierce. For
Mookie, I didn't know Paul Pierce was
a guy like Mookie who believes that the NBA is scripted and rigged. It made complete sense that they rigged that one for Drew Brees and the city of New Orleans to win one after Katrina. So if you're going to say
no, actually they didn't win it. They didn't win it after that one. It went 2-3 years without for them.
It was 2
years. It was 2 years.
Drew Brees, what he did.
Matter of fact, it was 3 years.
I ain't gonna lie, with the country
it was 3 years. And Drew Brees' first season with the Saints, he took them to the NFC Championship and they lost to the Bears. Your Bears.
Pierce is a good comparison. Really
no, it's
good
not.
numbers,
Because
one chip.
where's Paul Pierce at in top 10? Where is hold on, everybody. Is Paul Pierce? This is why it's a bad comparison. Is Paul Pierce top 2 in scoring all time? Is Paul Pierce top 2 in
It's not even a
you know what I'm saying? Like, where is he? Where is his number?
Paul Pierce is, I believe Paul Pierce. Hold on, I believe Paul Pierce is number 1 all time scoring in the most storied franchise in NBA history.
But Tatum was about to surpass that though.
But he hasn't yet.
Right
We're not projecting. Remember, we don't project.
Well, hold on. But what I'm saying is, hold on. You could be top number 1 in your franchise, but Drew Brees is number 2 all time in the National Football League in passing yards. He's number 2 all time in passing touchdowns. He has the highest single season completion percentage in NFL history. He's also has 5,000 passing yards in NFL history, the most out of any quarterback. He's also a Super Bowl champion. He also hold on. But Mahomes ain't got 5,000 season pass yards. And also Drew Brees has 3 straight years where he's thrown over 5,000 yards and completed 69 to 70% of his passes. Right, doing that by leading the Saints of the offense were number 1, number 2 in the league. Come on, bro. Stop it, bro. No, y'all don't.
I respect him because I don't have him. You have him like top 3.
Yes. Bro, because I don't hold on because I don't really use because the reason why people don't have Brees that high is because they use the winning argument, the winning.
You got Brees over Aaron Rodgers. You got Brees over Rodgers.
Absolutely. And the reason why I just don't use that, y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
The reason why, because Trent looked frozen. The reason why I don't use the winning logic in football because at a quarterback dispense, quarterback production goes beyond winning. It's defense, it's play calling, it's O-line. Like football is ultimate team sport. That's why I really don't use. That's why I really don't use the winning logic because I'm just like. 9 times out of the quarterbacks in the top 5, most of them guys been in the better situations than Drew Brees. They've been in better situations. So if you're in a better situation, you will likely get better results.
So if a quarterback threw for more yards, won more Super Bowls, you would have them over the other guy, right?
If you threw for more yards and won more Super Bowls, yeah.
Okay, so you have Ben Roethlisberger over Aaron Rodgers, right?
Do I have Ben Roethlisberger over Aaron Rodgers? No, but the thing is, hold on. Ben Roethlisberger, his outlier is he got more rings, but Aaron Rodgers,
he has more yards.
I got Big Ben over Drew Brees too. Actually,
Ben got more yards.
No, you don't. Now you just talking. Hold on. That's why I sat there and said. If you got more rings,
I asked you a question and you said yes, and then when I
no, I don't got Ben Roethlisberger or Aaron Rodgers. Hell no, because Aaron Rodgers is more talented. Aaron Rodgers was just as productive. I don't know where Drew Brees. I don't know where Aaron Rodgers is weighing. I think Aaron Rodgers top 10 all time in passing yards. He's top 10 all time in passing touchdowns. He top 10 all time in passing completions, and also his all
time passing yards.
Yes, it's part of. This is the thing.
So is Ben Roethlisberger.
But here's the
That's
thing.
why Ben Roethlisberger is top 10. He's a top 10 quarterback all time.
Wait, you just discounted. Wait. Time out. You just tried to discount John Elway when he finished his career. He was the 2nd all-time leader in passing yards. Then you talked about the attempts.
Damn.
What?
Damn.
Gotcha, bitch.
No. I said John Elway. I said John Elway his first 10 seasons.
And now he's laughing because he got caught. Okay,
he got caught.
No.
Philip Rivers.
No.
All right, I'll give you. Hold
on. That's why John Elway is a top 10 quarterback all time. He just not top 5.
How many people you have in your top 10? There's like 10 people. 20
I don't have him on my top 5.
Philip.
No, I got a top 10. I got a top 10. That's why he's top 10. Yeah, that's why John Elway top? Well, ain't he still top 10?
Philip Rivers or Dan Marino?
John Elway's like 9. He's at the back end.
No talk. So
Philip Rivers or Dan Marino?
And watch him.
Dan Marino.
But
Headshot.
Phillip Rivers has more passing
saying-
yards and
No,
more
I
passing
knew
yards.
he
but
was more
hold on.
messed up. I
But
knew he
Dan
was more
Marino,
messed up.
but hold on. But it's just not that.
You're
Dan
gonna pick
Marino,
Dan Marino strictly
Dan
on
Marino,
talent.
Dan
And more
Marino.
longevity.
Hold on, Dan Marino has better production in the playoffs, right? Dan Marino,
No.
relative.
No,
Yes, he does.
man.
Hold on, Dan,
man.
hold on.
Stunk in the
Dan
playoffs.
Marino, hold on. Dan
No,
Marino,
He
hold on.
doesn't.
He
He
does not.
doesn't.
Hold on.
He
He
doesn't.
doesn't.
Dan Marino, hold on. Dan Marino, relatively to that era, was the best pass. He was the best. Yeah, I'm talking about to the era. We compare the eras. Dan Marino, relatively,
Yo,
to the
y'all
era,
gotta
was the best.
stop with this.
He was
Yo,
the
y'all gotta
he was
stop
the
with
best.
the errors of
Everybody.
Trent, no, Trent. I need you.
Hold on.
I need to address. I need to address that. No, because Trent says.
Man, come on.
No,
my
you
bad.
didn't let me finish.
Oh,
You didn't let me finish it.
Trent
said,
says some
let me
bullshit
finish
because
to air
Trent,
for your argument.
Let Mookie get his shit off,
you're
man. Let him get
supposed
his
to,
shit off.
Trent. You're supposed
I know,
to,
but you don't do. Here's my real quick.
No.
I don't
Go ahead.
like-
Mookie, go ahead.
More fluent.
I was gonna say I don't like when y'all just use it for just the specific case. Then do it for everybody. Do it for every position. Don't
They
just
do.
do it for just right now.
They do.
No, you don't. Y'all don't. No, y'all don't.
With who?
So, Del, I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you think Gronk is better than Tony Gonzalez?
Oh, that's so tough.
Yeah,
You
I
shouldn't
so
because of
tough.
relative to era.
Yes,
You should because of relative
I
to era.
shouldn't.
Gronk is better than
Why
Tony
shouldn't I?
Gonzalez.
Yeah, he is.
Why
Yeah,
shouldn't
I'm
I?
better than Tony
Oh,
Gonzalez.
I
is,
shouldn't.
Relative
They
to era, you
played.
should.
They played around the same time. What are you
No, they
talking
didn't.
about?
That's a lie.
Yes, they did. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
bro, in his prime, Tony Gonzalez played in the fucking 2000s. Tony Gonzalez was 37 when Gronk entered the league.
Yeah,
Trent,
bro.
do you know Trent? Rob
are you talking
Gronkowski. No. Rob Gronkowski. When did he come into the league? I forget.
Like 2011,
Like,
2012.
let me get to something else.
It was
What I'm saying is
2010.
this.
No,
Wait, to my point. My point was
I'll
Mahomes.
address Tony Gonzalez.
Mahomes is great, Hall of Fame if you retired already, but his book is not filled yet. Like he has the accolades of being a top three quarterback, but his book is not finished being written yet. Like he still got some more things to accomplish. He still got some more things.
No, it's not.
When Michael Jordan was still playing basketball, while Michael Jordan was still playing in the 90s, people were already projecting him as the best player ever, second best player ever.
You could project, but
while he was still in the NBA, and I think you would agree probably if you were in that time that was probably one of the best players to ever play the game based off what you've seen. You can. Like Mookie, I just think the fact of the matter is every question, the only question that it seems like you need to be answered is, bro, I need you just to add numbers. I need you to add touchdowns and yards. Because if you look at his career, but the thing is, you look at his career, Mookie, Mahomes, let's say Mahomes didn't make the playoffs the rest of his career, bro. The accolades are still better than your man's Drew Brees, and he's still going to end up having the yards and the pass and the numbers to catch up. Just saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't understand why that longevity thing matters so much too. Because if you
but accolades
like,
is not the end all be all, bro.
Phillip Rivers, his cumulative numbers put him in like top 5s, top 6s in all these quarterback categories. I don't think he's in any of our top 10 all time. So like cumulative
but that's the outlier. That's the outlier.
That's not an outlier.
Yes, it is.
Is Carl Malone in your top 10 all time?
No, that's another outlier. I mean, I that's why. Hold on. I don't really lose longevity in a different sport in basketball. That right there. That's why I really don't favor it. But I'm talking about in specific to the football, and we're looking at quarterbacks per se. You need the longevity because when we look at everybody consistent top 5, you can sit there and say, you know, that's not in your top 5. He's not in your top 5. But I'm talking about the consistency. I'm talking about what most football fans have in their top 5. They mostly have A-Rod, Brady, Manning, Breeze, Elway, all these other guys, right? These guys have the accolades, right? Maybe one guy has more than another, but they have the accolades. They have the talent. They have the production, and they have the longevity. Why should I allow Mahomes?
Has Drew Brees ever been MVP of the league?
No, but Matt Ryan's won an MVP.
Has Drew Brees outside of cumulative numbers?
He's been robbed multiple MVPs before. He's been robbed.
Bro, if you look at accolades, the only accolade that Drew Brees has is a Super Bowl, bro, and a Super Bowl MVP. That's it.
No, he has AP Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year. Okay,
multiple years. He's been AP All Pro second time, plenty of times as well.
Mahomes has more All Pro, first team All Pro selections.
That's cool. But like I sat there and said, from a talent standpoint, I just think Drew Brees is a better quarterback. Mahomes probably,
better talent. Wait. Better talent.
I'm talking about as a passer.
You think Drew Brees was a more talented passer than Patrick Mahomes?
I think Brees was more accurate. I think Brees was smarter at reading defense. I think Brees had an ability which most quarterbacks don't have, and that's the ability to fit footballs to tight windows because I think he's the most accurate quarterback of all time. Like if we looking at just
more accurate than Tom Brady.
Yes, Drew Brees is the most accurate quarterback in football.
Oh man.
Oh, Mookie.
I don't want to get to another.
Bro.
J-Rob. I don't want to. J-Rob. Yes. Oh, I don't want to. Yo, J-Rob. Because the last time Mookie was on
J-Rob,
the
let me ask you
show,
something. J-Rob.
He's accurate as hell.
Hold on, J-Rob. What do you? Because you mostly go off accuracy off eye test, right? Or you just go off.
No. I go accuracy. So I look at the numbers.
His numbers is better than Brady's.
I get it. I look at the numbers, but I also look, obviously, when I'm trying to look at the games, like, bro, if you look at a lot of Drew Brees' the latter end of his career, bro, it's a lot of itches, it's a lot of screens, a lot of bubbles, it's a lot of
same for Tom Brady.
Hold on. I agree. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not going to say I'm disagree with that. But also, you saw in Tom Brady's last 2 years, he had to throw the ball downfield, and he did that way at a very high level. I mean, he had 5,000.
Well, last year he was one of the worst.
Brady was rated last year, yeah, but the year, I'm talking about the 2 years before that. But my only thing with Drew Brees is, like, I understand is he has a higher percentage, but that's not act like it's a lot of shorter throws that he was making compared to.
It's a lot.
And the same thing goes for Tom Brady as well.
It is way, but it is even above Tom.
Tom Brady is known for being the master of dink and dunk.
The last two, yeah, that's a fact. But but
I don't understand what is there to discredit the quarterback for making the right throw, the high percentage throw as well.
You said he's the most accurate quarterback. You asked me why am I differentiating the two? That's all.
No, but I actually watched Drew Brees throughout his.
I think Drew Brees is accurate as hell, Mookie. I think he's accurate as hell, bro.
I think the claim of him being the accurate quarterback, if you basically strict it off numbers, he has the claim. And if you actually watch the games to watch Saints game, which I do, I use the eye test. I use the eye test as well. I think the man is accurate as hell, bro. He's
saying he's most accurate based off his percentage and what you've seen, and I'm saying
percentage and what I've been seeing. He's accurate as hell,
and I can argue, and I just can argue that Drew Brees, the latter maybe 5 years of his career, his arm strength was shot.
Are we talking about arm strength or are we talking about accuracy? Because I thought we were talking about accuracy.
Well, let me tie it in because it all comes together. When you can't throw the ball downfield, what do you have to do? You have to adjust. That means you have to throw shorter passes. You have to make shorter completions. You got to throw it a little bit more time because you can't stretch the ball downfield. And so that's what Drew Brees did a lot for that last 3, 4, 5 years of his career. And all I'm saying is, I know he's accurate. I understand the percentage would be higher.
Yeah, but J-Rob,
I'm not lost in that.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying is that usually with quarterbacks have the big arms, have the gunslingers, bro, like the guys like Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford. Most of the time, you need to have that ability where you can check it down, take the short, high percentage throws as well, especially when nothing's downfield deep or nobody's open in the middle of the field. So I think that speaks to Drew Brees' intelligence and the ability to check it down. So when nobody's open downfield, I don't discredit Drew Brees for taking this check down the short out route because Tom Brady, throughout his couple of runs with New England, when he was winning Super Bowls, he was living off that running defense and the check down passes when nobody was getting downfield. So what I'm saying is that if we look at the percentages. And if you watch this game, right, for Drew Brees, this man is accurate as hell, bro.
Mookie,
accurate as fuck.
You said he's the most accurate.
I watched Brady. I watched Favre. I watched Rodgers.
I watched Brees. I'm not discrediting his accuracy, bro. I do think he's as accurate as you say he is. Like I think he's one of those guys. I just put Tom a little bit over him. That's just more of an opinion. But if it was like the 3 most accurate guys to play the game, Mookie, but then
this guy wanted to say put context to his completion percentage, but I don't.
I did though. I put a little context. So I said, but I'm not mad at him for how he had to get it done, Mookie. I will not crucify a guy for how he has to get the job done.
All right, so J Rob, let me ask you something.
Mhm.
Oh, I gotta read off some super chats.
All right, go ahead, because I gotta ask him a question.
Are y'all counting rookie QB since we projecting? I guess they was talking about the rankings.
Yeah, if we project, I think Herbert could be a top 10 quarterback all time. If we projected, you know what I'm saying?
No. They were talking about this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Justin Rivers is gonna fall down your list. You are.
Hey, Floyd, I know you hate this is Herbert. Stop comparing it.
I don't hate him. I'm just telling you what I see.
Justin Herbert in his second year is way better than Phillip Rivers, bro. Way better than Phillip Rivers' quarterback.
Your eye test.
Talent wise,
way better.
Sure.
Way better.
But if the production is the same, then he's the same.
No, he's not the same. He's not the same. He's not the same.
He is.
He's not because Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers
has better numbers than Dan Marino, but no one would say.
Hold on, let me ask you something. How many years Phillip Rivers play, J Rob?
Well, you appreciate longevity.
I'm gonna lie. I want to say like 16, 17, Mookie. I'm not.
Okay, so you projecting that his career is going to turn out like Phillip Rivers?
Yeah,
I'm not projecting.
A lot of stats and no wins.
But I ain't gonna lie, Mookie.
I watched Phillip Rivers. Hell nah. I think
16 seasons.
I wish you give Herbert the number one ranked offense and the number one ranked defense, and he missed the playoffs. I guarantee you that I would agree with you.
You know what? If he had the number 32 ranked special teams, he might. It could happen.
Hey.
It was pretty close.
I'm gonna read off some of Phillip Rivers' numbers throughout his career, and I'm gonna use the best performances of his career. Right.
First 3 years.
No, not the first three, because I mean those aren't the best years of his career. Like he wasn't even on that level.
Well, nigga came in
Rivers,
and was already on that level.
Phillip Rivers is some of the best seasons of his career, right? 66 completion, 4,700 yards, 30 TDs, 13 interceptions. Another season he had 4,400 yards, 69% completion, 32 TDs.
I don't know why you're doing that.
I'm just trying to contextualize everything, right? Another season he had 66% completion, 4,700 yards, 29 TDs, 13 interceptions. Sounds a lot like somebody that we know that's in the league right now.
No, it's not. Bro, Herbert came into the league better than Phillip Rivers, bro.
100%.
I don't know what y'all niggas think. Hold on. Everybody, I don't know what y'all niggas think, bro. Herbert came into the league, did something that no other quarterback did in NFL history.
All right.
Hold on. Put into context, right? That was a COVID riddled year. That was a year where no other rookie quarterbacks was getting.
Maybe that's why.
I've never seen somebody live off somebody's rookie season.
Hold on. J Rob. Look how J Rob.
It was a phenomenal year.
J Rob. Look how impressive that shit was.
It was.
He came into the year, a COVID riddled year where they didn't had no preseason games. Didn't even know he was going to start whatsoever. Too.
No. He didn't know he wasn't going to start because because hold on. What's his name?
Tyrod
Taylor.
Because Tyrod Taylor beat him out in the preseason for the starting job.
No, he did not. There was no preseason games. What are you talking about? There was no preseason games.
There was no preseason games.
There was no preseason games.
Not 2020. Not games.
There could be practice. You got to be practice. What I'm saying is this: is that he was pressured at a quarter from a rookie. He was pressured at a historical rate his rookie year. Threw for the most yards of his rookie, 4,400 yards with damn near 30-something touchdowns with a completion percentage of 69-70%.
We're crazy.
He had a bottom 3 ranked defense.
I agree.
The only flaw about Justin Herbert, and I don't think that people sitting there losing win losses and shit like that, is his situation. Like people want to look at Keenan Allen and them other guys, but if you look at the defense and the O-line, like his situation has not been the best out of guys like Josh Allen, Joe Herbert, Patrick Mahomes, and other guys.
Mookie, you want to know something?
Don't say Joe Burrow.
You want to know something? You want to know something? You want to know something about Phillip Rivers too?
Bro,
Whoa! You want to know something about Phillip Rivers too?
That's not right.
Why are you talking about Phillip Rivers?
No, because listen, I need you to understand.
I don't give a fuck about Phillip Rivers.
No, you should listen because Phillip Rivers was a guy who used to get sacked a lot too. The seasons that I brought up where he was throwing up the numbers which I brought up, he got sacked 38 times, 40 times, another time where he got sacked over 35 times as well. Sounds like a lot like Justin Herbert. I think what Floyd is just saying is not that he's going to be just like Phillip Rivers, but maybe he's just a better version of Phillip Rivers.
Oh, man.
Nah, he's not.
I'm just saying. No, actually, this is what I'm saying. History repeats itself. Here's what I'm saying. History repeats
itself. So would you say Andrew Luck with Phillip Rivers?
He's in a position on the exact same team that looks like they're going to do the exact same thing. And
let me ask you something.
So he's already down that path. So yes.
Let me ask you something.
Like why? Like
even though he came out the gate looking good, he still could end up his career the same thing.
Okay, so would you say the same thing for Andrew Luck?
Man, what are we talking about?
You answer the question.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Would you say the same thing for Andrew Luck?
Would I say the same thing for Andrew Luck? Well, Andrew Luck's different because there was injuries and his career got cut short.
Apply the same
talented, but yeah, underachieved.
Apply the same logic.
Underachieved.
Andrew Luck actually led, I think, the third or fourth greatest comeback in playoff history.
Because
Andrew Luck is a great
talent. Yeah, but he hasn't won. Like most everybody use the win and losses as a quarterback stat, which I totally disagree. That wins and losses quarterback stat, and if you think it is, just being
disobedient. No.
What I'm saying,
What man was down 24-7.
Okay.
And the team, the Chiefs, because it was against the Chiefs, that 24. The Chiefs finished the game scoring 44 points, and Andrew Luck still found a way to win that shit.
Okay,
you know what? Let me just say this about Andrew Luck.
I agree.
Really quick. According to your logic, we shouldn't even be talking about Andrew Luck because he only played 5 full seasons. So he's not.
No, but I'm just saying it. I'm talking about his 5 seasons in the NFL. I'm exclude 2015 because he got injured that year, right? But I'm looking at his 5 seasons in the NFL. The trajectory or the projection that y'all use for Andrew Luck. This man was projected as being another all-time great quarterback if he continued to play. But the thing about Andrew Luck and the reason why he retired early because his O-line was really one of the worst in the league. And at the end of the day, they really didn't put no really adequate talent on a defensive perspective as well. So what I'm saying is that would you sit there and say like Andrew Luck from 2012 in his career from 2018, would you sit there and say he was another Phillip Rivers because he didn't get it done? He didn't win shit.
The difference is in his first 3 years when that was happening, he went to the playoffs all 3 years and he won multiple games in the playoffs in those.
But he lost. He lost.
But
I'm using your logic. Win and losses is a quarterback stat. He lost at the end of the day. It's
his record in the playoffs. His record in the playoffs was 8-8. Phillip Rivers was 5-7. So he's a very different quarterback when you compare that to Justin Rivers. Justin Rivers is 0-1 in the playoffs in his first 3 seasons. So he hasn't had that same trajectory, wins and losses in the playoffs when it matters most.
Every all-time great Peyton Manning lost his first playoff game. All-time great playoff
Relax.
Peyton Manning lost his first playoff game.
Who did Justin
Herbert lost to
a guy who went to his first playoff game.
No.
He lost to a guy that
what I'm saying is that when I'm assessing quarterbacks, I'm not saying Herbert is projected to be top five all time because he got to win a Super Bowl. But what I'm saying is that when we're looking at a guy like Justin Herbert, he's too early in his career to sit there and put a label of Phillip Rivers on him because at the end of the day, he's still from the first 3 seasons since coming in the league, he did something that no other quarterback did. He's beat Dan Marino for the most passing yards in their first 3 seasons, beat Dan Marino for the most passing touchdowns throughout his first 3 seasons as well.
Different era, according to you, right? It's a very different era.
It was, but the thing you cannot deny, the man did it. He beat your man. Patrick Mahomes for the most passing yards for the first 3 seasons.
Don't do that.
That's not true. He didn't play.
And the first passing touchdowns throughout the first season. So all I'm just sitting there saying, when you sit there and say,
you talked about trajectory.
Hold on, bro. If you look at when people sitting there and say why Herbert hasn't got it done, it's because situations matter.
Don't cap.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right.
If you want me to go in detail, why the Chargers didn't get it done?
Let me rebuttal quickly. You're absolutely right. Situations matter. And what situation is Justin Rivers in? The same as Phillip Rivers. He's on a Chargers team that historically and currently doesn't know how to win close games, that historically and currently doesn't know how to bring in the right pieces to win, and has historically had a high statistical quarterback who doesn't win in the playoffs. So yeah, when I look at trajectory, it looks really similar. Now, can he change it? Of course he can, because he's more talented.
So hold on.
I'm just saying, this is what I see. This is what I see. He can go.
So what if the Chargers?
Can I say one thing?
Hold on. What if the Chargers can change that dumb trajectory that you sat there and said and put actually right pieces around? Like get a guy like Kellen Moore. So you can't sit there and say they're going on the same path.
You think Kellen Moore? Hold on. You think Kellen Moore is the answer to Justin Herbert? Because here's what Kellen Moore did in Dallas.
He's more aggressive. He's more aggressive. He's more balanced.
He took a quarterback that had two really good running backs behind him and a really good offensive line, and instead of making it a balanced attack for the most part, he tried to let Dak throw it 60 times, which cost them games. So no, I don't have faith in Kellen Moore because he showed me who you just sat there and name. You named Dak.
Herbert's a way better quarterback than Dak.
But you brought up Kellen Moore.
Now, what I'm saying is this:
not doing him any favors.
What's the main thing about Joe Lombardi in this offense? It's not a balanced offense, right? They don't run the football pretty well, and I just think that when you look at Kellen Moore, he would have an ability.
Kellen Moore's better than Lombardi.
Like he would have an ability to scheme. He would have an ability to scheme runs open through lanes, through traffic, downfield, and he would actually get guys open as well to have more creative, balanced attack, which the Chargers are missing. So what I'm saying is that
so we'll see.
Hold on. What I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit there and say a guy who's getting better every fucking year, right, to a guy in Phillip Rivers. I think Justin Herbert coming to his second year is better than any version of fucking goddamn Phillip Rivers as well. Right, and better quarterbacks will more likely will likely put you in the best situation for you to win. So what I'm saying is that if you surround this man Justin Herbert with the pieces that will likely and give him the best chance for winning going forward.
I don't have faith, and I don't have faith that the Chargers will do that. Sorry, go ahead, Doug.
Go ahead.
J-Rob, do you want to interject in now?
No, I was just going to say, like,
but here's the thing. Hold on, let me say something.
Oh, wait, let J-Rob interject because you guys are talking.
Hold on, but he has faith in the Bears putting in the better situation.
No, I don't.
That was a homer pick.
No, I don't, because everyone knows how I feel about the Bears, and I said whatever the decision they make, it's going to be the wrong one. Is what I've said.
No, I was just going to say, like, bro, I can hear you, but my problem is, like, when it comes to quarterbacks, like, has Mahomes not shown you that quarterbacks can really manipulate a game?
Wait. Hold up. Before you continue, I'm glad you brought up Mahomes because I wanted Mookie to understand something about Patrick.
Go ahead. Get your shit on.
Because I hate the whole, I heard a point. He broke Dan Marino's record. Mahomes didn't do that. The only reason why he didn't have that stat is because he played one game in 2017. But in the first...
Not my fault he couldn't come off the bench.
No, it's fine. In the first three, because... Justin Herbert was going to come off the bench too.
No, he was not. If you look at Justin Herbert in the interview, Justin Herbert already sat there and said
Justin Herbert didn't pay that doctor to puncture Tyrod Taylor's lung.
I'm not debating this. That's a fact. Tyrod Taylor was going to start and Herbert was going to be on the bench.
No, he was not.
That is a fact. That's not my opinion. That is a fact.
And that's the best. That's the best thing that ever happened to Chargers.
Hey, and you could be right. You could be right. Patrick Mahomes in his first 3 seasons, in his first 3 career starts, had more TDs than Justin Herbert.
No, he did not.
Yes, he had more TDs than Justin Herbert. That is not my opinion. That is a fact.
No, he did not. Bro, Justin Herbert has the most passing yards for his first 3 seasons.
I said TDs. Right? And then Justin Herbert does have more passing yards than Patrick Mahomes in his first 3 career starts, but it's by
that's impressive because
it's only by 200 to 300 yards. And Patrick Mahomes played Patrick Mahomes played one less game than Justin Herbert. So to put that into perspective, Mahomes is on the same trajectory as Justin Herbert, doing damn near the same thing that Justin Herbert was doing as well. He just missed it by one game and 200 and 300 yards less than him.
What I'm saying is this: is that look what you just sat there and said, and this is why it makes Justin Herbert so crazy and so elite, right? He has more passing yards. He has more passing touchdowns throughout the first 3 seasons, right, than Patrick Mahomes, right? And he's not playing with no goddamn Tyreek Hill or no goddamn Travis Kelce, or not playing with one of the greatest play callers of all time, and Andy Reid as well. That will make it a little bit more.
No. Don't get me wrong. That's fine. You can have that argument. I'm not going to argue that against you. All I'm saying is don't act as if Mahomes didn't do something similar to Justin Herbert. That's
I mean, he did. I mean, that's what makes Mahomes the best.
I think my biggest,
Herbert's been better. He's been better.
My only gripe.
He hasn't been better.
His production has been better. His production has been better throughout the first 3 seasons than Mahomes. The numbers don't lie.
His numbers have been higher. Not his production has been better. His numbers have been higher.
All right. Everybody, if we look at the first 3 seasons, Justin Herbert, 14,000 yards to Mahomes, 9,000 yards.
Well, you're really a numbers guy, bro.
Hold on.
You are a stat fiend, bro.
Hold on.
Use the year he started.
Hold on.
You're using a year he didn't play.
I'm
You're
looking at
using a year he didn't play.
the first 3 seasons.
Call him Dookie.
94 touchdowns.
Oh my God.
Only 35 interceptions, which is pretty low, right? 13,000 completions, right? So, I mean, if you want me to measure,
you want me to bring up the real numbers? Okay, listen, this is the real numbers. Patrick Mahomes and his first 3 career starts, 13,868 passing yards, 114 TDs, and 23 interceptions. Justin Herbert in his first 3 years, 14,089 yards, only 200 more, 94 TDs, and 35 interceptions. That's less TDs and more interceptions.
What did you say? I think you got Mahomes' numbers wrong.
Damn.
Did I say Mahomes in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mahomes,
you got his numbers wrong.
Mahomes in the beginning. Mahomes in his first 3
Here you go,
career.
Cap.
No. Oh, you know what?
Well, say it again.
I'll put it right here just for everybody.
Mahomes in his first 3 seasons that he played, 37-8 record. I know you don't care about that. 66 completion percentage, 114 touchdowns. 13,868 yards, 23 interceptions. What was the other?
Why you not you?
Nigga pull up the Football Reference.
Yeah, this is what I'm reading off. Hold on, wait. So yeah, Mahomes.
How many games Mahomes
was 13. Mahomes was 13,868 yards, 114.
That's 45 games.
45 games.
And 114 TDs and 23 interceptions compared to Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert's 14,089 yards, 94 TDs, and 35 interceptions. He threw 20 less TDs and 13 more interceptions. Come on, man.
There you go.
Hold on.
Since my Wi-Fi back, can you try to say how you can come cook me?
Somebody said. All right. So what's Patrick Mahomes' quarterback rating?
Oh my God! No, we're not doing this. What
is his quarterback rating, bro? Can you stop leaving shit out, bro?
Oh my God!
QBR, bro. Come on.
Yes.
His QBR was 109.
I'm saying
to Justin Herbert's 96.
So, Dub, my question is to you because
that didn't help either.
You compare errors, right?
So you asked about Tony Gonzalez and Rob Gronkowski relative to errors, right? That's what you said. Yeah. So this is why I say that point is really mute to me, because when people talk about Rob Gronkowski and Tony Gonzalez, everybody knows that when we go with the career, the totality of both of the players, everybody knows that Tony Gonzalez is just a better tight end because of that. When we harp on the argument for Rob over Tony Gonzalez, we just talk about Rob at his best. Because that's the only way where he really has a valid argument that Rob at his best, a lot of people just have him over Tony Gonzalez. That's just what we do all the time. We know the totality of Tony Gonzalez's career.
Not even the totality. Because I was going to say
everything.
Because here's my thing, like, even when we talk about tight end, especially like Tony G, the fact that, because I think he's the greatest receiving tight end. Like, you can say Travis Kelce, I think you want to no, don't do that.
I'm glad. Oh wait, hold on, wait. I'm glad you brought up Travis Kelce because literally me, J-Rob, and everybody in the NFL does. They error tax. They do relatives to error for Travis Kelce. They don't sit here and say with 8 or 6 straight 1,000-yard seasons that he's better than Tony Gonzalez. No, they understand the context of they played in 2 different eras, so it's easier for Kelce to get off.
Yeah, I'm saying though, but Dub, you don't think that Tony G and what he did, especially we talking about relative to error and shit, that like why would he not be the GOAT?
No, I understand why he's the GOAT. Nobody argues if you think he's the GOAT.
You're not the GOAT.
A lot of people. Why
is he not better than Gronk?
A lot of people like me. A lot of people like me for Gronk. The only argument I would have to put Gronk over Tony Gonzalez is just them two at their best. And
I'm saying at their best, but even if we still compare it relative, because you the one who told me that John Elway's stats, if you can put that shit to compare that shit to then and now, it's like what 4,800, 30 TDs and 10 picks. Bro, my nigga Tony Gonzalez was getting 12,000 yards in the 2000s.
Why? Can I ask a question? Because I don't know. I'm honest. You guys can sway me because I don't. I'm on the fence, but I gotta ask. When you're comparing who's the all-time best, why do you keep comparing peaks like their bad shit and their bad seasons didn't happen? Because if you're comparing, if you're gonna say who had the better peak, that's a different conversation. If you're saying who had the better career, you got to include all those down years too.
Mm-hmm.
You have to.
I mean, no, yeah. So which is fine. That's why I say in this situation for Gronk and Tony Gonzalez, it's just I always harp on the preference, right? I always say I always talk about Gronk because I mean, if we all talk about the whole totality of the career, you can't argue against Tony Gonzalez being better than like Gronk. Like,
I was just gonna say
you can't make a valid argument, right?
It's close between them.
Right? No, you can't make an argument.
No,
you can't.
Totality, you can't. No.
No, you can't make the argument. So what a lot of people do for Gronk, everybody does for Gronk, we just say at his best, we're just siding with him. But who had the better career? It's Tony Gonzalez every single time.
I'm just asking. Like, do you think it's a gap between them as a player? Because I think still Tony G is better.
Like at their best, I don't think there's a gap. But for the career, yes, there is a gap.
Mookie said we ruined his brand and he left.
That's crazy.
Nah, he had it. So Trent, like you using the tight end.
I want to say you want to let me finish because I didn't know you was going to say that because I was going to say like we want to do relative to era, my nigga. Like in 7 years of his career, he led the league in receiving, and then when he was old as shit, or like when he did lead the league in receiving, he was either top 2 or top 3.
Well, hold on. Listen, I know I'm the old head in the bunch here, but when you say relative to era, you still have to do that with like a grain of salt because if it's relative to era, Mike Ditka's the greatest tight end ever because he had 1,000 yards receiving as a tight end in 1950.
No, I was going to say,
so you have to.
I was going to say that. Another thing because I brought up the first point because I said like when Mookie tried to bring a relative to era, I feel like people use relative to era for only just for one sake, like for a sake of argument when they had to. I feel like you should just do that with everybody then.
I'm not gonna lie, Flo. I'm glad you brought that up because I've been looking up Tarkenton. What's his name?
Tarkenton. Yeah.
Fran Tarkenton. That boy is a fucking beast, boy.
Now he was wilding.
He was wilding. No, I watched him.
You looked at his numbers. Oh yeah, watch him play. Yeah.
Dude, it was fucking crazy. You feel me? So
watching Fran Tarkenton.
Tarkenton and who's that receiver? Fran Tarkenton. Who's that receiver in Seattle? Steve Largent. Go watch them, man.
Largent been that dude.
They look different. They look
like
if you watch them, they look like they should be playing now. They should look like they should be playing now.
So the issue with the NFL, like I keep saying all the time, so I treat the NFL differently. Like games back then. To games like even in the 2000s, bro, they're like 2 different games. Like they're so hard to analyze the 2 and to compare the 2. So guys back then, it's like I have a lot of respect for what they did, especially in those rules. But it's like I can't. It's so hard to compare them to.
It's if we're being honest and we're putting all the nonsense aside, it's impossible to compare eras in every sport. It's literally impossible because of the way that they played. And I'll give you a basketball reference and a football reference. In basketball, it was put it into the big man, and when he kicks it back out to you, repost and put it back into the big man. And people always fight. Well, they could have shot threes. They had a 3-pointer. No, if you'd shot that, they'd take you off. You had to throw it back into the big man. That's why I'm redoing my list, and I'm starting to take away from the centers because I'm like, they just were given more opportunities. In football, run the ball. 1st and 10, run the ball. 2nd and 9, run the ball. 3rd and 8, run the ball. Well, shit. How's a quarterback supposed to throw it when it's run the ball all 3 downs and then punt? It was they did that so often that it's almost impossible. Almost impossible.
So oh my god, I don't want to make this a basketball debate, but I feel you on that point. But at least when I do my deep dive in the NBA history, a lot of the times guys was leaning on, if you're the best player, we're running this through you. A lot in the 80s and in the 80s and in the 90s, it was an in and an out game, which is why a lot of perimeter players played a lot of the times out of the post, like Larry Bird and Alex Stinson and them boys. But they would play and go through their best guys. Regardless of their perimeter or not.
They would go through their best guys, but they would say, hey, 0 to 3 feet is the highest percentage shot. Find a way to get in there.
100%. And that's where I agree.
Different mentality. Yeah, different
mentality. But at the end of the day, they're still trying to live through their best players. While football, like the schematics of everything, is just vastly different. And it's like I don't even know how to compare the two between NFL and NBA.
No, you can't compare them. No, you can't.
Like, it's ridiculous. There's two different things. So Trent keeps saying, whoa, we talk about Kareem and everything. Come on, Trent. You know these two different.
And hold on, I brought that up there because don't do that. Because when Dawson did that to Mookie, you was hyping Dawson the fuck up and saying he cooked.
I started laughing. What are you talking about? That's what we all do.
Now you was just laughing.
And when Fluid cooks you guys on shit that I won't even agree with, I'll say you cook it, bro. It is what it is.
Pull the receipt out.
Trent, there's numerous times where Fluid cooked you and I hated everything he said, but I was like, you know what?
Can you tell me when?
Got it.
Oh, it happens all the time, Trent.
Hey, I got some super chats to go to.
My God.
Dak whacked because he lost to the best D in football. Wow, what happened to J-Rob?
Oh, he said he
gotta go.
He said he gotta go. Yeah.
We're almost done anyway. I got smoked with everyone on the panel if they are okay with Dak being at 14.
No, we're not. I did it there to get nasty.
Got you. Is Christian Okoye and Gale Sayers overrated?
Gale Sayers is it depends where you rank, because most people don't rank Gale Sayers. But if you know what he did in such a short period of time in terms of as a running back, as a return man, right? You put it collectively. I don't think he was an overrated player, but he got injured. So again, his career was kind of short.
Players like I think you can almost overrate everybody. It depends.
It always depends on where you rank them.
Besides like Lawrence Taylor, Barry Sanders, Jerry Rice, like
here, watch. Let me ask you, where do you guys rank Gale Sayers? Do you even have him on a ranking?
I don't even know if I have him on a ranking for
top 10. I don't even think so. I don't think he's in the top 10.
Yeah, so he can't be overrated because injuries cut short his career, and
Christian Okoye,
no one ranks him.
I'm gonna talk about them in the Nigerian night, bro, like that.
Nobody talking about him. Like
Christian Okoye was a beast.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
ASAP Don. Eli Manning is greater than Dan Marino, according to Mookie.
Wow,
that's true.
Jesus Christ, Mahomes didn't play his first year. Yeah, that nasty.
Yeah, that was good. That was gross. I came back and I was hearing he comparing like Patrick Mahomes wasn't even playing.
Listen, who's I'm trying to think of the worst quarterback. I'm like, listen, Ryan Tannehill had a better rookie season than Patrick Mahomes, so Ryan Tannehill is back.
I hate that point. Oh my god. Like because I hate it when people do the first 3 seasons because Mahomes sat out.
The first 3 seasons played. Because if you do that, Aaron Rodgers stunk. Mahomes in the first year, not the next 2 were great, but
Peyton Manning stunk.
Peyton Manning stunk. I'm trying to say Steve Young stunk because he didn't play for like 6 years. So yeah, you can't.
John Elway stunk. John Elway stunk too.
Warren Moon.
Troy Aikman stunk.
Mm-hmm.
Troy Aikman's bad.
Dan Marino is like one of the few guys who came out the gate.
Yeah, just came in.
Firing.
We might have to do next one. Might be most overrated QBs.
I think y'all crap on Dan Marino.
I already got
for no
mine.
reason. I'm not gonna hold y'all.
Not even that way. I ain't gonna lie.
We got time. We got the whole offseason. We can do most overrated everybody.
Yo, like the video on y'all way out. Peace. Kudos to y'all. Salute to everybody. PC fam. Love y'all. Salute.
Fluent and Chill, 9 p.m. tomorrow morning. Check it out. Or